button. Gonna get hit the button. Hit the button, show. Hit the button, yo. Chasing Pseudo, yo. There they go. We killing Pseudo though. Hit the button, show. Where them niggas go? They running, yo. It's the hit the button show. Where the Pseudo go? They running, yo. Just hit the button, yo. Where the Pseudos go? They thought the Killas putting on a show, though. That's how it goes. It's about what you know, and that'll show. But where they go? Pseudos running, yo. Pseudo killers in this bitch. Hit the button. Hit the button, show. Hit the button, yo. Chasing Pseudo, yo. There they go. We killing Pseudo though. Hit the button, show. Where them niggas go? They running, yo. It's the hit the button show. Where the Pseudo go? They running, yo. Just hit the button, yo. Where the Pseudos go? They thought the Killas putting on a show, though. That's how it goes. It's about what you know, and that'll show. But where they go? Pseudos running, yo. Pseudo killers in this bitch. Hit the button. Hit the button, show. Hit the button, yo. Chasing Pseudo, yo. There they go. We killing Pseudo though. Hit the button, show. Where them niggas go? They running, yo. It's the hit the button show. Where the Pseudo go? They running, yo. Just hit the button, yo. Where the Pseudos go? They thought the Killas putting on a show, though. That's how it goes. It's about what you know, and that'll show. But where they go? Pseudos running, yo. Pseudo killers in this bitch. See how she went up, everywhere gentle. My body remember something where I never tell. Everything's competition, so those be wishing Bobby Banga. Put niggas on a mission, bitches in the corner, hiding and sneak dissing. Now you they do me, do me, do me. Now you they do me, do me. So now you they hold me, hold me, hold me. I no feel leave, no feel go. We getting money, yo. Getting paid for the mission. Doubling down on them bitches, first taking pictures. You laugh, my legs shake. Voice deep, but you still break. From hard guy for their face. For your front, I they downgrade. Everything's competition. She does be wishing Bobby Banga. Put niggas on a mission, bitches in the corner, hiding and sneak dissing. Who they control remote? Who they breast my coat? Who turn hard man joke? Who they shift my road? Now you, now you. Now you. Hey, we getting money, yo. Getting paid for the missions. Doubling down on them bitches, first taking pictures.
Black African power. What's good?
What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what we got to do, and we're going to do what we got to do. We standing tall, standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Pseudo Killas on deck, man. What's good, man? What's up, family? What it do, man? This one of them hit the button shows, man. This is our second one, right? Episode 2. Yeah, episode 2, god darn it. It's episode 2, right? Just had a wild discussion about religion. I mean, a wild discussion about religion earlier today. Man, boy. Crazy to see the gods fight against each other. Make you realize, yo, that I'm glad I ain't in that. That's a wild fight. Invisible demons, invisible people. Man, boy, I tell you. But it is what it is, man. Man, y'all know I'm your host, man, Bobby Banger, man, waiting for the rest of the people to jump up here, man. Who knows? Ain't no topic for the Hit the Button show. You can talk about what's on your heart, man. A lot of events going down. Deals with Iran, hopefully. Carmelo Anthony case, how you feel about it? Are your spidey senses tingling? Heard Carmelo Anthony father been talking crazy. Does that mean anything? Because you would ask yourself, do we talk crazy? Do we have a reason to talk crazy? Does anybody have a reason to talk crazy? Does talking crazy spill over into your kids? Maybe. Could. At a certain point, your children are responsible. At what age, though? 18? Anyway, I'm dropping this link, man. I dropped the link in the server already. Man, whatever on your heart, wherever you feel. Got 20,000 building, man. Yeah, man. It's a crazy show. That double stream on Sarnetta, that was interesting. The gods was definitely fighting. We see now that the Christians can't stand the Muslims, and the Muslims can't stand the Christians, and they just can't stand each other. Pseudo Killer Army, what's good, Sir Gould? What it do? What it do? What it do? Lamar Pope, what it do? Get in block, Pseudo Killer Army, what it do? Man, Mel, what it do? How Mel don't got a wrench? DeMar Milton, Pseudo Killer Army, what it do? Black Sun, what it do? Yeah, Easy Band was gone, yo. It was just, I was like this. Well, yo was hungry for that. That was interesting. He couldn't stop himself. That conversation was wild, yo. At a certain point, man, everybody don't do their religion the same way, and all cultures don't react to their thing the same way. It's always, a little different there. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? I always say the Christians don't even listen to their theologians at all. Crazy work, man. So, whatever on y'all mind, man. I don't know where the pseudo killers at. They lacking. Yeah, battle of the beliefs. Exactly what it was. It was battle of the belief systems. Incredible. It's definitely incredible. I was like, man, is that where we at? Because they was definitely battling. Couldn't figure out which God was right. That's for sure. That's why I like the space I'm in. Yeah, I ain't got to pick a God. Yeah, they all wilding out at a certain point. I can tell. Yeah. Definitely tell. They ought to chain. Feasting. Let me see. Yeah, Say Cool. Yeah, Say Cool was on the thing.
You think say cool, yeah, but nah, man. That word create, yo, don't mean right. It don't, yo. It don't. Not even a little bit. But they was playing with over there with that one. With the whole canon. You create that's what you do. You create a canon. Crazy. Books that are used that are authorized. You create that. That don't mean you wrote the Bible itself. Don't mean that. Got my first call on here, but I couldn't get to you. I couldn't get to you earlier.
Oh man, see, that's what happens when you have these conversations. Out any scholarship, out any academia, you got to just sit and enjoy the ride, man.
It was a ride, wasn't it?
You just got to sit and enjoy the ride, man.
Man, it was a ride, boy. They was on a thing. I was like, man, what is y'all all over the place? Then the gods got to fighting. I was like, oh, they saw it fighting. Which God gonna win? With the real gods, please stand up. It's crazy, Ben. How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I'm living, man. I can't complain.
Man, what's on your mind, man?
Man, that was a lot. That was a lot. Then you got Yahweh at the end with he's not a Jew, he's a Yahwist and all that.
Yahwist. Yeah, I think we put a thing inside the thing. Gold put I talked about that on that. I think it's a vase or something, right? Was it a vase or when you see the Yahweh and you actually see looks like a depiction of the God best.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Kuntalit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the consensus. Most scholars think it is best. Not just for that, but because best is depicted like really similar that way in other areas in the
Yeah. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of it because that's exactly what I was thinking. I talked about this on the Real Black Atheist show years ago, man. Yeah, right here. That's it, right here. Painted on the jar, yep.
Right there.
On our peninsula. Yeah. Yeah, might point to a local polytheistic belief. Polytheism was outlawed in the Jewish Sinai, though. Some local mystery cults still continue. Yeah, there you go. Yahweh is. There y'all see the God best right there. Make it a little bit bigger for you. Interesting. Said he was a Yahwist.
Basically, he made it up. That's it.
Yeah, he made that up. Yeah, he walking backwards. He out the throne of belief. He's definitely walking backwards, man. That was a wild conversation there, yo. It was interesting to hear how the Christians feel about the Muslims, though. That was interesting. Yeah, that was kind of new to me. I was like, man, yo, that's where y'all at with that? Vicious.
And it's ironic, it's ironic that they don't realize why they disagree. Like, it's so ironic that they don't understand why they fighting with each other. reading the same books.
Man, they did. It's still a book created by human culture, human beings, and their culture identity to the world around them, yo. So at that point, I don't see how they think I don't get it. Like I don't get what the issue is. Everybody got their way of looking at the world, and that's why I feel like science is so important, right? But you know what? That's the same thing I tell. When you're dealing with any culture, whether it be West Africa, Central Africa, South African culture, you got to go to their basic, what I would say, their culture container ideas and what they mean. You can't give your own outside thing. That's what messed it up.
Yeah, man, that's the first rule of anthropology. You got to understand these cultures by their own context. You got to, and you got to do it with history too. You got to do it. Whether you go back, you have to kind of set yourself of these people's everyday life, like what is really going on beyond what you believe, beyond what we retroject into the past. We have to just be critical because we're gonna always have bias. But that's the scientific method, to eliminate as much as we can those natural biases that we have. So just what the reality is. That's it. Yeah.
That's a strong point right there. Welcome to the panel, Francis.
What's up? Let me ask you a question. Don't the Muslims and the Jews say that they have one father, Abraham?
Yep.
So then what is the argument?
They don't like the way it's been revealed. East side don't like the way.
That's
Yeah,
what we.
man.
That's what
But
we've
they
been trying to
all
learn.
talk about the same angel Gabriel as a messenger. As a matter
Yep,
of fact,
bro.
Gabriel, I think, is the one who impregnated Mary, if I'm not mistaken. They all talk about Jesus, so the books are not really different. They're all continuations of each other. So what are they arguing about? That's my
Man,
question.
why they fight the war? Why they fight the war?
I don't know what they're arguing over. That's an honest question for me. I'm not religious, so I don't get the argument. There's
I
no
get it.
difference. There's no
I get
difference.
it.
Listen, Jose, we've been trying to understand this argument for thousands of years, and we're going to have to, unfortunately, continue because we will never know. They don't realize that.
At least for 2,000 years, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no different. But if I am a Christian
Mhm.
in an Arab-speaking country and I'm a Muslim, there's only one word that we use for God, so we're not worshiping a different God. There is no other word but Allah. So what am I arguing about? You can't make that argument in Arabic like you can in Hebrew or other languages where they have multiple words. There's only one word that they use for the Creator, Allah. So they're in essence praying to the same deity. So what are they really fighting over?
No, they ain't praying to the same day. We ain't gonna do that.
There's only one word, Allah.
No, but the term isn't a technical name. It's not a technical name. It could be referring to any different deity.
Yeah, so yeah. Allah, you saying Allah? No.
That's the only word that I know to refer to the Creator in Arabic. There's really no other word.
What? Yeah, Arabic. Yeah, but that ain't Yahweh.
Yes, it is actually. That's a whole difference. Yes, it is.
Oh man, you always coming.
No, linguistically, you can make a connection because linguists make a connection between Medu Neter, Hebrew, Phoenician, and Arabic.
There is absolutely no connection between Allah and Yahweh. Those are two completely.
The languages connect, Ben. There is that's a fact.
That's fine, but the words don't. Those terms don't connect.
There is, yes, there is definitely linguistic connections between the words.
Not at all.
Made that up. You gotta prove that.
No, I didn't.
You gotta prove that.
People who are linguists and they would tell you that there's a connection between Medu Neter, Arabic, and Hebrew. People who would tell you that too. There's a connection.
No.
There is a factual connection.
There's a language connection because they both belong to the same language group.
Right.
They're Semitic languages, but the terms within each language for their deity is different. It's different. They don't connect. Allah has nothing to do linguistically with Yahweh.
There is a word Allah in Hebrew. The word does exist. There is a linguistic correlation between the two words.
You're saying two different things.
If you study, you find out that is a fact. There is some linguistic correlation, and if you study, you can make that argument that they are.
There's absolutely no connection.
I'm disagreeing with you. They're definitely.
Okay. Can you show it? Can you demonstrate the linguistical connection?
If you study, you'll know that.
Yeah, but that's not what I
linguists agree that they are connected.
Okay, so this is what I'm doing, Jose. I'm going off the automatic assumption that's out that linguists not connected to for obvious reasons.
It's not an assumption.
You have to just show me how these two terms linguistically connect.
Because when you look at early Medu Neter dictionaries,
that's written.
That's a completely different language.
And Arabic.
That's a completely different language.
In the pronunciation. They make connections in the pronunciations when you look at early Medu Neter dictionaries.
Now you talking about Afro-Asiatic, right?
That's what they call it. I don't know if you.
Yeah, but it's not. That's what it is.
That's the classification.
That's a ridiculous term.
Yeah, that's the classification.
Oh, come on, man. You messed up.
Semitic is the Afro-Asiatic.
I'm messing it up. The linguists do make that connection.
No, it's an Afro-Asiatic language, and Egyptian is not Semitic.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you look at early Medu Neter dictionaries, they have Phoenician alphabet.
That's written. That's written script you're talking about, right?
Arabic. So they're showing you that there's a connection.
That's not Arabic. Phoenician is not Arabic.
I didn't say that. I mentioned Arabic and Hebrew. Phoenician has a connection.
They have this. They're in the same family, but you're making a connection between two different terms within two different languages. They have the same family group. They belong to the same family group, but they are very different terms.
According to linguists, there is a connection.
What does Allah? What does Allah mean in Arabic?
All of those.
Hold on. What does Allah mean in Arabic? What does it mean?
The God.
Okay, so what does Yahweh mean in Hebrew?
Yahweh means he who is, he who he is.
Okay.
But Al and El mean the same thing. You do know that, right?
I know what El means. That's where I feel like you. That's where I feel like you made a mistake. I think you're trying to say El and Allah. I don't think you're trying to do that.
I said Al and El mean the same thing. They mean the.
Yes, but you mentioned Allah, but you mentioned Yahweh, and I think you just got confused.
Yahweh doesn't have an L in it, brother. El Eliyun does. Other words do. So that's a poor comparison. There is no L in Yahweh. They have Elohim.
I didn't say that. I'm saying you're getting confused.
With L in it. El Shaddai, all of those have L in it. And the L means the.
You're getting confused. You're mixing El and Yahweh up. Just say El and then say Allah. They mean the same thing, but Yahweh is a different term. That means
Yahweh is El's son.
And I think you're mixing it up. So you're obviously mixing it up.
No, Yah is one of El's sons.
But you're jumping into different points. That's not the point of this point. You're stacking on things. You're stacking on different points.
What are you saying? They share the same root? What you saying?
Yahweh. Al and El mean the same thing.
That's not what you said at first, but
that's what I said. He's bringing up Yahweh. Yahweh doesn't have an L in it.
You said that
like
first.
El means the this and the that. Yahweh doesn't have an L in it.
You saying they mean the same? You saying they the same God though, yo? That's what you said.
Yes, in essence, Allah.
In essence.
And all them L's, they are the same deity. Yes, they are. They are.
No.
There's some cognites you can put together to say that they are.
Damn. Hold on.
I'm telling you, if you look it up, I'm sure it will show you some linguistic cognites between Allah and El.
That's true, but that's not what you said at first.
It means the same
Allah and Yahweh.
They're the same deity. That's what they're saying.
I don't like the in essence. That's like a Malachi.
They're the same deity. There's no difference between the deity. They're the same deity. That's not.
You can't be serious with that. Yeah.
Yes, they are the same deity.
He doesn't understand what he's even saying.
I know what the hell I mean. I can speak English.
No, you really don't.
They kind of related, but they don't mean the same thing. They you know what I mean?
He literally said
they don't mean the same word.
Disagree. Don't correct me. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they said Yahweh at first.
I didn't say Yahweh. I said
yes,
anything with El in it. You said Yahweh. You said Yahweh. I said anything with El in it.
You said what?
You said Yahweh.
Jose is wild.
Yeah, Jose, you wild. Yo, you said Yahweh, bro. Get out of it. Cause I'm gonna tell you why you said Yahweh.
No,
look.
He said Yahweh, not me. I didn't say that.
No. I went through this whole monologue about can you show me a comparison? And you was
you doing too much, man.
I'm doing
you
too
said
much?
Yahweh because I had the thing on the screen about Yahweh.
Yes, Yahweh and Asher.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why you said it. Come on, yo.
I didn't say that. He asked me the question about Yahweh. I didn't.
He didn't ask you no question about no Yahweh.
Yes, he did. He asked me, "Is Yahweh and El the same thing?" He asked me that question.
I did not ask you that. I never asked you.
You gotta stop smoking, yo.
You brought that up. You said it's a. You said El and Yahweh.
No, you started out with the question. You said I got a question for you. You want to go?
Question about?
No, no. Yo, you see now.
Yeah, Allah and Yahweh have this are the same. That's how we started this because you opened up with that.
I didn't say Yahweh.
I'm gonna play it. Let's see. Hold on. Watch this, yo. We had the thing on the screen, yo.
I didn't say that, bro. You said that.
All right, hold on. We gonna do. I'm tired of this. Everybody don't know what the hell they said no more. Let's see. We're gonna play the clip. Drum roll. All right, let's see. I thought you asked the question. Let me ask you a question. You know how you do. And that's why I feel like science is so important. Right. But you know what? That's the same thing I tell when you're dealing with any
you tell everybody that. Tell everybody that.
Basic what I was saying, that's what messed it up.
Yeah, man, listen, I agree that the cultural containment. You got to understand these cultures by their own content. You got to, and you got to do it with history too. You got to do it. Whether you go back, you have to kind of set yourself of these people's everyday life, like what is really going on beyond what you believe, beyond what we retroject into the past. We have to just be critical because we're gonna always have bias. But that's the scientific method, to eliminate as much as we can those natural biases that we have. Just what the reality is. That's it. Yeah.
That's a strong point right there. Welcome to the panel, Francis.
What's up? Let me ask you a question. Don't the Muslims and the Jews say that they have one father, Abraham?
Yep.
So then what is the argument?
They don't like the way it's been revealed. East side don't like the way.
But they all talk about the same angel Gabriel as a messenger. As a matter of fact, Gabriel, I think, is the one who impregnated Mary, if I'm not mistaken. They all talk about Jesus, so the books are not really different. They're all continuations of each other. So what are they arguing about?
Man, why they fight the war? Why they fight the war?
I don't know what they're arguing over. That's an honest question for me. I'm not religious, so I don't get the argument.
I get it.
There's no difference.
Listen.
I just got back from a 2-week trip, and I'm never traveling without a power bank again. This is the...
Because we would never know. They don't realize that.
At least for 2,000 years, at least.
But there's no difference. But if I am a Christian in an Arab-speaking country and I'm a Muslim, there's only one word that we use for God, so we're not worshiping a different God. There is no other word but Allah. So what am I arguing about? You can't make that argument in Arabic like you can in Hebrew or other languages where they have multiple words. There's only one word that they use for the Creator, Allah. So they're in essence praying to the same deity. So what are they really fighting over?
No, they ain't praying to the same deity. We ain't gonna do that.
There's only one word, Allah.
No, but the term isn't a technical name. That's not a technical name. It could be referring to any different deity.
Yeah, Allah, you saying Allah? No.
That's the only word that I know to refer to the Creator in Arabic. There's really no other word.
What? Yeah, Arabic. Yeah, but that ain't. All right, so I was the first person to say Yahweh, but you ain't refuted. You gotta say no. Hold on. No.
That's the only word that I know to refer to the Creator in Arabic.
See, that's all. Yeah, Allah, you saying Allah? No.
That's the only word that I know to refer to the Creator in Arabic. There's really no other word.
Yeah, Francis. So at that point, you go right with me. You don't say no. You get it?
So maybe I missed it. So maybe I missed what you said then. I probably missed what you said.
So at that point, let's keep going. We thinking you talking about that. Let's see. What? Yeah, Arabic. Yeah, but that ain't Yahweh.
Yes, it is actually. That's a whole difference. Yes, it is.
Yeah, see, you did.
Okay, so I said that, bro. I got
give me 500. Did we bet 500?
I gotta stick to that.
It must be the YouTube thing. Everybody get what the hell he's. Oh my goodness gracious! They lost $1,000 over there.
I was talking too fast.
You was talking. All right, okay. That playback is mean.
I gotta stick to that. I did say.
Yeah, that playback is mean, ain't it, Ben? Hey, Ben been eating that playback is mean.
It's all good, man.
I sucked you into it. You probably.
But I want you, but I want you to show me another word in Arabic for God, and there isn't any.
In Arabic, yes, Allah.
Right. So they're worshiping the same God. So what are they fighting about?
They're not worshiping the same God.
Allah is Allah. There is no distinction.
No. They pray to Yahweh, yo.
Yes.
Arabs do not.
No, not Arabs.
Arab-speaking Christians only have one word.
You said Arab-speaking Christians. What that mean? If you speak in Arabic and you're a Christian, that's what you saying? That's a different thing you saying there, just for the record. Arab-speaking Christian. Let's see. You get my point? Arab-speaking. Hold on, let me look it up. That's something different. Hey, Ben, that's different, right?
Let's look up Syriac Christians.
Oh, Syriac Christian.
Yeah, I said Arab-speaking Christians, they only have one word. Allah. I didn't say that necessarily for Hebrews. I didn't say that. They only have the one word.
Really?
Yes, they only have the one word.
Yeah, but that's switching up the conversation. Crazy, yo.
Not really. They only have the
It
one
is.
word.
Come on, man.
And both of them say they have the same father.
No, you mixing this up.
No. There is only the one word. There's no other word.
So you saying they saying that instead of Jesus?
Muslims do not worship Jesus.
No. Arab-speaking Christians are using the word Allah for God instead of Jesus. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying the word for the Creator is Allah.
I know you get what I'm saying right now. Yeah.
I didn't say that. I said the word for the Father is Allah.
No, that don't make no sense.
They have a separate word that they use for Jesus. But that doesn't necessarily mean God. And Muslims call him a Rasul, which is a prophet, a messenger. They don't worship him as God. They don't intertwine other beings with God. They have different levels of existence. Where Allah, according to Muslims, is on Lahut, he's alone. Then you have Malakut is the realm of the angels.
It say Arab,
the realm of the humans. He does
he
not
were
live.
Lord.
No, but according to Muslims, Allah does not live with the angels. He lives by himself. The angels are under him, and then we are.
All right, so they say, example, John 1:1, they say the word was with Allah, and the word was Allah. They say in the Christian interpretation, word refers to Christ. So the Arabic Christians can say Jesus is divine while still using Allah's word. But it says right here, it says the Lord is Arab. All right. But that don't make your point. You trying to look at saying the same. You tripping.
I never said that they called Jesus Allah. You said that, not me.
But that's a
not my
trick.
word.
I hate that. That's a Malachi Yoke trip. A trick. Hey, Ben, you get the trick, right?
I'm cool.
Oh man, you boy, that's a trick right there.
You never heard me say that you worship Jesus.
Yeah, but why you do that, man? You know we sitting here. Hold on. The conversation. But share what the conversation was. When I played that playback, you was basically saying that you don't know why they fighting each other because it's the same thing. In reality, if you're a Muslim, right, and you get converted, if you're Arab, you get converted to Christianity, you still use the word Allah. That's different than saying that's the same, because that ain't what that is. Because when you
Allah is not Jesus.
that's just the word for God for them. And
that's what I said. I said that about 5 times.
Yeah, as a Christian, yo, but they ain't the same thing. Come on, yo.
Same thing.
Nah. Jesus Christ. Ah, man. No, because look, it says, for example, in John 1:1, yo, the word was with God and the word was God, or the word was Allah and the word was with Allah. It's and now you got to interpret it. What's the interpretation? The word refers to Christ. So the Arabic Christians can say Jesus is divine while still using Allah as a word for God. Yo, that's just.
They don't use the word Jesus. They say God.
No, the word is Yasuf el Messiah. Yashu al Messiah.
What's that? For Jesus?
That's the Lord.
Doesn't that
that's Jesus Christ. That's Jesus Christ.
Like Hebrew? That sounds very much like Hebrew, doesn't it? That sounds a lot like Hebrew, doesn't it?
No, it say Arabic speaking Christian, Jews, and Muslims, Joe. But that ain't the same thing, bro.
What did you
I
say the
mean,
word
then
was for Jesus? Say the word again. Say the word again.
Hold on. Let's say this. Let's get our feet underneath us. You trying to kick the stool out real quick. Hold on.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I was trying to get to. Like, I'm just trying to understand the point.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Well, you got us confused now because you weren't saying Yahweh and the word for God, and so that falls under the banner of the three monotheistic religions, and it's just a different language saying God. Okay, I can rest with that. All right, now they fighting.
Say the word for Jesus. Say the word for Jesus again.
I can't even say it right. What I said the word for Jesus was Yashu. Hold on, man.
Right, and you know that's a cognate
to
the Hebrew Yahshua, right?
Huh?
You know that, right?
What?
What you just said
is Yashu al Masa, like Messiah.
Hey Jose, are you saying that Allah and the God that the Christians and the Jews are worship, all of it, it's the same God essentially? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Like technically, that's what.
And why?
You can make
okay. Between them, yes. All right. I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay.
I can go with that. I can kind of go with that.
I was lost for a minute. I think
you say Yahweh and no, right. Yeah, confusion, brother Lau. I don't know what they doing today. They messing up Islam today. I don't know why an Egyptian would mess up Islam today. Why would an Egyptian mess up Islam, Francis?
Say it again?
As an Egyptian, why would you mess that up? Why are you confusing us?
No, they're saying that there are some words in Hebrew and Phoenician and Arabic that are cognate or similar to Medunetter. There's a connection.
So you taking back to Medunetter, and your point is
that there's a connection between the languages. There is no word for God, but there's definitely some connection. The alphabet that you see for the Hebrews is definitely Medunetter characters. You can see that. If you look at it, you can see that.
That's fine.
You can see that.
Yeah, of course.
So what? Hold on, what?
I think he's doing the history of the written language.
Hebrew alphabet on Medunetter.
I think he's doing the history of the written language.
1 minute.
I'm from the Medunetter.
You talking about the Proto-Sinaitic script, right?
Whatever is that script they're showing you? I don't know which one it is.
I ain't showing you them. I'm saying you're talking about the Sinai Peninsula script would get reduced to 24 characters, right?
Yes.
So they debating. It definitely come out of Medunetter.
Some of the characters are exactly the same. You could see that they are the same.
And it's reduced to 24 characters. Hold on. So it's called the Proto-Sinaitic script. Right. Some say it was Egyptian priests writing to help them put a written script to their God, and some saying it was Asiatics trying to learn how to write from that kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I know what Proto-Sinaitic is. Yeah, I got you. It definitely comes out of it comes. Yes.
Yeah, because we know
so what you trying to say though? I'm saying you trying to do something.
Scholars recognize that the Hyksos were not writing; they were imitating Medunetter. So they say that they didn't have any writing.
Let me think it through. Hold on.
They weren't writing.
Yay!
They were scribbling Medunetter. They didn't have.
No, they wasn't writing what? Now they got the indigenous people to write for them.
No, but here's what I'm saying. When you see these Hyksos who are considered to be Proto-Hebrews,
no,
listen.
No.
The Hyksos rulers did scribble scrabble Medunetter.
No, you made it up.
Jose, how reasonable? Hold on, Jose.
There was no indigenous writing.
How reasonable?
They imitated Medunetter literally.
Hold on. How reasonable do you think that? First of all, Hyksos are elite personnel, by the way. These aren't like
they're not people. They're not people.
So how reasonable do you think that they weren't literate enough to run the administration? That's not a reasonable
That's
thing.
not what I said. Yeah. I said, when you see them ruling, they imitated Medu Neter. They did not have any indigenous writing. There was no indigenous writing from them. They imitated Medu Neter on their rings and all of those things of rulership.
So you're saying that they didn't have an organic language, like that they didn't already have a language?
It would seem that they couldn't write because they were not writing any indigenous language at the time that they were ruling. They were imitating Medu Neter. Nothing.
What time
they didn't know. They used they just in the temples. They just I don't think they was writing. They were imitating Medu Neter. The Egyptians, right? But they were, but they was indigenous to that area. The people they brought in foreign women.
No,
what you talking about?
No, they weren't.
Nah, it was the leadership. The Hyksos is not.
The Hyksos.
No, you're wrong.
The Hyksos was the Amus and Asiatics. Amus were Levantine.
No. The Hyksos was always living. They was living. The people themselves living in the Delta. The rulership may have came from Western Asia and carried them named Jacob Bell and Jacob Bell.
Yes.
Come on, yo. But the people themselves was already there.
The people, well, yes, they had indigenous people. The rulers were just not indigenous. The rulers were from
So the word ruler means shepherd king, not shepherd. My fault. It means foreign chieftains.
Foreign rulers, yes.
And they use the same thing for the Nubians. They called them foreign chieftains. Same word.
I've never seen that because they were not foreigners.
It was foreigners.
No.
They were. What is wrong with you?
No.
Do you hear this man say no?
So I stay away from these conversations. When you start talking about Egypt, that's all right.
Yo, how is a Nubian not a foreigner to an Egyptian?
Because the original word for Nubian was Nehesi, which is one of the words, which means southerner. And when you look in the language corpus,
come on, man,
it goes back to one word with no.
Can't believe you're doing this. Why would you do that?
There's there's the original word Nehesi has no foreign determinative on it whatsoever. And
no, man, are you serious? Come on, man. We're not gonna argue whether. Come on, yo. That's the wrong argument.
The original word that they use, goes back to one word with no foreign determinative on it.
Come on, man. Don't make me shoot you. You're gonna make me shoot you. I gotta shoot you. Don't do it.
If you look in the TLA now, all of those words.
Ladies and gentlemen, look, this is what he can't do. Look, he can't do this right here. Look. I'm gonna shoot you with this big gun. You see this big gun I got? I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong.
No, this book ain't wrong. You see what this says? It says.
Do you know?
It say ancient. Hold on, yo. Ancient Nubia. It say African kingdom on the Nile.
Nubians are not foreigners,
bro. It's a whole separate kingdom, yo.
Nubians are not foreigners.
Stop it, bro. I'm gonna shoot you. Don't. I'm telling you, boy. Don't make me crack.
No.
Come on, yo.
No.
Come on, man.
Don't
talk to me about no TLMA.
They had what they call Egyptian Nubia.
It's a whole separate kingdom, bro. Would you
had Egyptian Nubia.
No, man.
Yes, they did.
Stop, man. Come on, man.
The culture actually came from Ethiopia and moved up to Kenya.
There you capping. Now we're into the Egyptian colony. Cap.
Kush is Ethiopia.
You cap, yo.
Look it up and you'll find out.
Stop capping, yo.
Kush is Ethiopia.
You capping, yo.
Nah, Kush is Ethiopia. They'll tell
you. Yo. You capping.
They'll tell you that.
You capping.
Nah, Kush is Ethiopia.
No, you gotta cap. You see. Yeah. Kush, no. Back to you. Stop capping.
Kush was Ethiopia initially.
No, we're not even talking about that. We talking about Egypt and Nubia is two separate kingdoms, Joe, that reside on the Nile. No. Come on, bro. That is crazy. So how the hell did the Nubians conquer Egypt? How do you conquer something that's already you? You sound ridiculous.
They weren't conquerors. They weren't conquerors.
They was. They was not only conquerors.
Foreigners, brother.
No, they was foreigners. Man, I hate this. This is what I hate. I can't stand that African American history, yo. I can't. That's what I can't stand. I can't stand that. That's what I can't.
They're Southerners.
Yeah, I can't stand this would get me. It's a wild at this point, man. Stop.
Yeah,
they came from the South, bro.
Man, and they do use the word Hyksos for them.
Yeah, they do actually.
Yeah, I got it written. I got it in the text. So you tripping? What's wrong with you, bro? You ain't brought out the book yet.
Show me a primary text that calls Nubians.
Oh yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
Go, they right on that one.
Yeah, I know he's right on that. He tripping. He ain't got a book.
So you're agreeing. So you're agreeing with them that in essence Nubians are foreigners. I know you don't agree with that, Shesmu.
They are foreigners.
No, I'm not gonna agree with that.
Joey, we know that they are family, but they
Thank you.
The Tashima'u, they did consider the Southerners to be foreigners.
Right.
They considered them to be Heka Kasu.
Some of them, not all of them. Some of them were.
Now you reduce.
Some of them may have been.
Jose, it's just a term. Think about it, it's just a term.
A foreigner, according to what's going on, is anyone who is not necessarily politically and control.
You gotta stop.
Ancient Kemet.
They had their own government. Yo, stop, man.
So why didn't you believe it when we said Nubians were considered Hyksos? In some
I didn't disagree. I said, show me that. And when Shesmu came in the room, I deferred to Shesmu because I know he reads the text. I'm not listening to Ankh because Ankh never read the text.
Why you ain't listening to me, man? Yo, I don't gotta read no text.
I'm listening to Shesmu. I'm not listening to you.
Yeah, but listen, bro. But I got in English. Look, in English, I don't let them meta net to maggots y'all half to death. Look, this is a scholarly course.
What does that say? I can't read that.
Man, I can pull it. Look, it says.
Read it for me. I can't read it.
Examples of the use of the term hikakasu. It says excluding the 15th dynasty. Then it goes on to say, it says, in Seth, that's a source, Nubian chiefs, Pepi the First. Then it says Nubian chiefs, Temple Pepi the Second. Then it goes down to Seth 1935. It says Nomarch and Elephantine. It say to whom is reported tribute to the Magi, that is the labor taxes of the foreign chiefs, the Middle Kingdom. Yeah, yo, come on, bro.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't
gotta read no text, man. Why y'all keep hold on? I don't like this. I don't like trying to make me. I gotta read some medicine. That's not fair, bro.
But you didn't read the text.
I don't have. That cannot be the.
Bro, you didn't read the text.
Bro, I don't
Hey, hold on, Jose. Did you know Smash actually did a whole presentation on this?
No, he.
Listen,
he did this 7 years ago, brother. He had a whole presentation showing Nubian Hyksos.
But he didn't show me.
Now the word
Nubia, show me.
We know that Nubia is really an incorrect word. The word would be Nebu.
Different tribes, you got that.
And the Ia, we know that is Greek or Latin. So
it's a corruption of the word "new."
Right.
So I got you.
And this is why I'm different to Shesmu, because I know he knows. I'm not gonna listen to people who's going to read something, read a reference, and never look at the source.
Oh, I gave you the source name, and I gave you the time it was written in 1935. Oh, come on, man!
You didn't pull up the text. You didn't do that.
I told you the text, Pepi the Second.
I heard you, but you didn't pull it up.
I don't gotta pull it up. You know what, man? Boy, that's a fake right there, boy. That's a fake. That's fake. Yeah, y'all gotta stop that, bro. That's not right. Y'all playing people, yo.
Listen,
that's crazy.
Anybody who speaks on ancient Kemet and never pulls up.
No, you don't gotta read. No, I don't.
I should have a problem with that.
No, you shouldn't. Because that's a scam. That's a scam.
Because English doesn't always give you the essence of what it means.
Come on,
you have to see the Medu Necha to understand what the indigenous people are saying. No, you said it yourself.
No, I don't need to read. You know what we're talking about, though, right? We're talking about no. I'm showing you that we do not need to read Medu Necha to know that the Egyptians considered.
I didn't say that.
You considered the Nubians as foreigners. That is our conversation. Because you lost on Shesmu had to come up here and say, they did consider, they called them Hikakasu, foreign chiefs. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's your argument off that. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Right. And a person
I don't gotta read Medu Necha to do that.
To what he said. But I know better. I know the context under which they use that term.
It doesn't matter the context. It's the fact that they use the term to refer to foreign people.
What?
I know what's going on.
They
You know what's actually going on?
Genetically, they are not different.
Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna show you what's going on. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what's going on.
Talk about genetics, bro. You are stretching the conversation into something.
This what he doing. He think because I said they're considered foreigners that they're not biologically related. I didn't say that.
Well, you didn't make that clear. You have to make that clear when you say it.
I don't gotta make it clear.
Yes, you do.
I don't gotta make that clear. If they
tell you why?
Hold on,
there are people who make that argument. That's why.
Francis, hold on, Francis. I'm gonna let you know that at 3500 BCE or 2500 BCE, there was no genetics. They looked each other in the face and couldn't stand each other and didn't know they was related, yo. The same way with the Native American tribe.
That's foolishness.
It's not, bro. Do you realize the Native American tribes are all related, yo, and didn't know it? Like,
that's foolishness.
Hey, Jose Hawass, back at it.
Jose Hawass, that's right.
Man, you crazy. That's madness. They knew that.
He's back with Jose Hawass.
They get away with that. They knew that.
They know that. They didn't know that, yo.
Yes, they did.
Listen. Take your time. Listen, hold on.
Of course they knew that.
No. Listen. First of all, they ain't even know they came out of the Green Sahara, yo. Seriously, like, that's 2-3. Hold on.
You crazy, bro.
No. Listen. Do you realize African Americans fight right now and think they Native Americans? We only been here 400 years. Imagine 2,000 years passing, yo.
No.
Not writing at all. They got, listen. You gotta relax.
You can't compare ignorant people with people who know their history.
This is crazy. You got the source up there. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I wanted to address a claim made by Jose Francis. He said that the
Jose Hawass.
He said that correct me if I'm wrong. You said the Hyksos did not have an indigenous language.
I said they didn't have any writing when they were ruling Kemet.
You meant writing.
They didn't write.
So they didn't have a script, but they did have their own like indigenous language, correct?
Language and script are two different things. I'm not saying that they could not. They didn't have a language.
Okay.
I said they probably didn't have their own script. They probably
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't specify script. So that's why I came up.
No. I said no. I said
that's the source right there too. Ooh-wee.
I said I don't think that they were writing. I didn't say they didn't have a language.
It's burped.
You did say they didn't have a language. That's why I came up. But if you're specifying script, I'm gonna let you have it.
Script.
Because Manfred B-Tech.
I said they weren't writing.
You clarified that up when I came up here, but I'm saying originally when you made the claim, you stated that they didn't have an indigenous language.
Yeah.
Well, I might have misspoke. I actually meant
that's fine. But if you get this source, Manfred B-Tech, the Egyptian community and the virus, and I'll show you real quickly.
Well, I meant script. If I said language, I apologize because I did.
Yeah, I understand. So it starts here. The site that Elizabeth Rashidi was leveled in the 20th century for agriculture, land reclamation. Therefore, no strata of the second intermediary period are preserved with the exception of pits of the 13th dynasty. And following the second intermediate period, it is remarkable that the archaeological evidence shows that the second intermediate period, with two exceptions in the area of the temple, which was not a habitation area, was that the friends of the settlement, no tombs were cut into the ground. Intermediate burials were, however, an integral custom at Avaris, which is inhabited at that time largely by a population of Near Eastern origin, which, according to sparse onomastic evidence, seems to have spoken a West Semitic idiom. And that's what the current consensus is that they spoke a Western Semitic language. Now, B-Tech says, for convenience, he calls them Canaanites. That's a different argument, but here, according to the footnote, it says, according to Wakem Quack, 2010, the syllabic transcription of Western Semitic names in the New Kingdom developed during that second intermediate period. So I understand you're saying that they didn't have a script. That's a different conversation. But why I came up here was to kind of address this.
I wonder what.
But remember, even during that time, writing was new.
I don't want to hear about the new. I don't want to talk about that.
I wonder what B-Tech means by Canaanites.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily make that claim. B-Tech does have issues with things like that, but him supporting the current consensus that they spoke a West Semitic language, that I agree with.
Yeah, I do want to say this though, but Joey, never let nobody knock you off your square just because they told you. You already said that they didn't have writing. You said they were writing. They were mimicking the Meta Nature. They were writing with the Meta Nature. Right. They didn't have a language. You said they didn't have a script.
Right, but he didn't hear when I said that.
Don't let anybody knock you off your square.
No, that's the argument that I made, and it is a fact.
But you gave it up.
Came later.
It was like, and when he said he heard you,
you did not make a mistake.
Okay, but when he said he heard you, he said that's what he thought. That's why he came up. But back to the issue at hand. Details show that the Nubians is foreign. There you go, bro. And you click this on. We all seen it.
Listen, as long as you agree that there's a genetic connection.
No, I don't gotta agree to nothing because that ain't what we talking
about. Why does that matter?
Yeah, why you keep saying that? And that's still but they still ain't black people though. See, he on top of all that. Now,
let me tell you why it matters. It matters.
Why it matter, yo?
It matters because people like Chief X.
Okay, he don't matter.
When it don't matter, right? And it don't matter.
Things that they had a fight with these people because of the color of their skin. That's garbage.
Okay, but we ain't promoting garbage over here.
I'm just saying that's why it matters because you have to tell people like that.
Yeah, but if
a rubbish argument.
No, but you can't fight me.
Over skin color in ancient times.
Yeah, but it makes no sense for you to fight me. Oh, now you making that argument.
I backed up because you said they're not different people.
Wait a minute, say it again. Hold on, what? Say it again. Let me hear that.
I said I backed up because you said they were not different.
No, you said in foreign times they wasn't doing what?
Africans were not fighting anyone based on their skin color. Let me say Africans because I'm sure Greeks definitely.
I want nobody fighting over skin color. Stay right there.
In ancient Greek, they said negative things about people based on their skin color. That's
fact. You messing it up.
Yes,
no, it's not a fact.
They used the word black, and everything after the word black was negative.
What's the text, bro? You gonna mess up.
Skin color.
What's the text?
I didn't say race. I said skin color.
No, they wasn't enslaving people based off their skin color or mistreating based off their skin color, yo.
Listen, Greeks had a skin color bias. But
how do you know that? How do you know that? Are you a classicist? How do you know that?
I think he is.
But hold on. I
just make wild claims and then let it run by.
I will agree with you on this. Let me back up my.
Back up.
The Greeks and Romans didn't like nobody that wasn't Greek and Roman.
Right. No matter what the color. Thank you.
But they did have a skin color bias. It's a fact.
How do you know that? You're making a claim.
So because they
did not have a skin color bias.
Exactly.
Not at all. You're making it up.
They call black people cowards.
They can recognize difference. They can recognize differences.
Exactly.
And then they categorize them. But those people that had differences were already just foreigners to them.
Not racism.
They were descriptive.
I said skin color bias.
Nope. They have a skin. Yes, they did not racialize them. But they recognize differences.
That is what you're saying. You just don't realize you're saying that.
We know what you're intending to imply.
Not race. Let me say what I'm going to say before you argue.
You're saying bias.
We've already talked. You've already given your position, so
I said skin color. Don't put the word race in there. I didn't say that, Grant.
Yes,
you said bias.
I
said skin color. You said race.
You said bias. That's the same.
I said skin color bias.
You said skin color bias. So they have a bias of people based on their skin color. That doesn't exist in antiquity, brother. That is a relatively new thing.
You're woefully underread because yes, it does.
Okay, so source.
You make the claim that people are under. When you make the
claim, that would be the most difficult thing to source. So
in a derogatory way.
You saying that sometimes they judge skin color, sometimes basically.
No, I'm saying they had a skin color bias.
Because they know. I'm saying so they know the skin color, and sometimes they may have judged skin color.
No, don't let them do that.
But
What
I
is the
corrected
bias?
myself.
What is the bias?
Romans didn't like anybody who wasn't Greek and Roman.
Okay, so what is the bias? Explain the bias.
I just think they strongest prejudice would have been culture. Hold on. They strongest prejudice would have been culture, language, ancestry, and citizenship. So yes, I understand they know the skin color. They seen in color because they Homo sapiens. I see that, and I know like total bias against a whole culture based off of skin color. You don't jump out of nowhere. You don't mean race. So you don't mean race. You don't mean
wasn't Greek and Roman.
No, so you don't mean. All right, let's do this. So you don't mean bias like we're not messing with you or you less a person. You don't mean that, right? You gotta be clear.
They had an arrogant way that if you were not Greek or Roman, you were less than them. And they know the skin color, and they definitely pick on people who were black, call them desiccated, skinny, and other negative things.
Oh, okay. Now see you going.
No, you're just making that up.
No, I'm not making it up.
Let me just make this clear. I'm not making that up at all. Let me just make this clear. That is relatively new. They antiquity for the most part went on your nationhood, went on who you belong to, who you were popular by. That is more important than any skin color.
He trying to get us.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying they recognize.
Hold on, whoa. Let's slow this down. Hey, Francis, I want to negotiate something here. So I understand that, like, like stuff just don't jump out of nowhere.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go back to Greece and Rome.
Yes.
And you want to say like proto, sort of, kind of? Can we say that?
Wow.
Stereotype a little bit. You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is this. I agree that their bias wasn't strictly based on skin color, but they definitely said negative things about black people. That's a fact.
They didn't say anything about black people.
His point, like
but it's not identical to the modern. It's not identical to that though. Just for the record, I can kind of I can get some proto-president ideas out of the thing. I can kind of
let's call it proto white supremacy, and we'll leave that.
Let's
because they really didn't call themselves white.
No, it wasn't that at all. I mean, I think you're conflating it because I think you have an alternative reason.
A little bit.
You just you're making up this hyper racialized, and you keep saying no, so don't have to answer.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said, but I know what you're inferring. I know what you're inferring. You can pretend you're not. No one's falling for your flim flam nonsense.
Black is not race.
You don't know what you're talking about. No, they did not refer to them as black, and they didn't use the same construct.
Are you crazy?
It does not
you
matter.
Don't know
you don't know. You don't know that the people north of the Greeks they didn't like either. It does not matter. They did not like people who were not them. They did not like people.
You don't know that they have a word for black skinned people?
They did not like them. They didn't like people. The Greeks did not like people who were not Greek.
You are projecting.
Even Ankh would agree that the Greeks had a word for
yes, the Greeks did not like people who were not them. Yes, we agree. But you are over.
Hold on, Grant. Take a breath. Ankh, would you agree that the Greeks had words to describe black skinned people?
They might have had some words. So there's a book that we was reading by Benjamin Isaac, The Invention of Racism in Classical Antiquity, right? You talking about that? That's a work on it, right? You talking about like
because you don't worry about that. I know how to read, Jose, unlike yourself. What I'm trying to explain to you is identifying someone doesn't mean you have this hyper racialized version or hatred. So I'm just trying to help you out in understanding what you obviously, when you read it, don't understand. And so what I'm trying to get you to understand is how to comprehend reading, which is something you clearly don't know how to do. And so I think the unfortunate part for you is that in your magical sort
of...
Why
don't you shut your ass up? Because nobody said...
Yeah, no, I have to...
No, we ain't cussing each other.
Nobody said you couldn't read, though. You said that.
No, you said that. No, you said that. No, you were implying that. I'm just helping you out because I think
I didn't imply nothing.
You did imply.
You want to get your panties in a bunch.
I said you're under it. No, my panties are never in a bunch. I can tell you, you stay in your panties in a bunch because you are always whining.
Jose, by the way, the term that Greeks use for black when it refers to skin color, it's not just talking about Ethiopians. It's talking about more than one, more than one people.
I didn't say that either.
No, but you are going to insinuate this because
he halfway read the book. He halfway
No,
read the book.
I didn't say
you
that.
are.
I said they have a word for black-skinned people. I didn't say African. I didn't say
Yeah, but that term, because it's Ethiopia, you automatically gonna think that they are talking about African people.
I didn't say Ethiopia, Ben. You said that.
What's the term? What's the term?
The word was melanin. Ethiopia is a different word.
He's right here on this book, right? This one book, right?
I didn't say that.
And I named it. I remember Benjamin and Isaac, right? And you gotta read the book.
But I didn't say
Ethiopia was just the one book. I'm just saying.
He said that, not me. I didn't say that.
You didn't say what?
I didn't say Ethiopia is the only word for black. Ben said that.
This guy
is a word for black. Ethiopia is a word for black.
I'm saying that Benjamin Isaac is arguing in this book that there was racism in the ancient world after all. Hear that word after all? It says, this groundbreaking book refutes the common belief that the ancient Greeks and Romans harbored ethnic and cultural, but not racial prejudice. It does so by comprehensively tracing the intellectual origins of racism back to classical antiquity. Benjamin Isaac's systematic analysis of ancient social prejudice and stereotypes revealed that some of these represent prototypes of racism or proto-racism, which in turn inspired the early modern authors who developed the more familiar racist ideas. He considers the literature from classical Greece to late antiquity in a quest for various forms of the discriminatory stereotypes and social hatred that have played such an important role in recent history and continue to do so in modern society. This is what this book is saying. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
I got the book. So, okay. All right, but this is one book.
It was clearly
definitely not the consensus there, and it ain't saying exactly what you think it's saying.
All right,
look right here. Look, you say black person getting choked out. He jet black getting choked out. The brown person is Hercules, and he's stomping on other light skinned people. So at this point, the black people is beating it. I'm saying it ain't what you think it is, bro. Seriously, you see, look at the picture. This Hercules, he black. He's stepping on the necks.
He's super black, in fact.
Yeah, and he beating up white people. Let me stop.
Listen. You read the book. I can argue a book I didn't read.
You don't gotta argue. I'm trying to show you, yo, this is interesting, yo. You gotta slow down sometime, yo, because he's definitely choking out. He's stepping on the head. Look,
I'm with you.
Right.
There's no.
So why?
But there's no evidence to say that Africans beat up people based on their skin color.
We weren't saying that. We weren't saying that, yo. We ain't saying that. And I knew that Sabi was going to jump up because he mentioned his book first. I knew he was going to jump up. He couldn't help it.
I didn't read the book, so I can't speak on the book.
But that's Hercules. The dark-skinned guy is Hercules, though.
Right. And Hercules is
all right. And he dark.
I don't mean he beat him up because they was white. He might have just had a beef.
But the book itself is talking about the invention of racism.
No, I'm with you, but I would assume by what you read there, the book is showing you.
Yeah, but he's showing he's showing you racism. A God that is pitch black stepping on people that's lighter than him.
Yeah, but that's probably not because of race. He probably just had a beef with some white people.
You proving the point, Jose. You're proving the point.
Man, I'm just trying to show you, man. All right, man. I'm just trying to show you, bro. What's up the show, man? Like and subscribe to his channel, man. I'm just showing you. I'm saying
with you, I'm with you, but
baby, yo, unmute yourself.
But there's no textual evidence to show that there was any skin color prejudice among the ancient African people in that way because they fought each other, so it couldn't have been a skin color prejudice.
We ain't never said that. You brought that up into this conversation.
All right, I'm just making sure. I just
Jose, you the king that make it strong, man.
Yeah, you strong.
No, I want to know where he stands because other people.
I ain't say that. I said the believers had their own separate kingdom, rules and regulations separate from the Egyptians. You said no and argued me down. That's all that was, Joe.
No, and then you said
I ain't saying nothing.
And then you said you don't consider them separate people, so I retracted my statement. I said, okay. I was making an argument that you
said they are separate people.
Right. And I said, I'm going to back up off you because I thought that's what you were saying.
No, they are separate people.
Not genetically.
What?
So
Man.
you don't agree? So you don't agree that in 2026 they found affinities between Nubians and ancient?
Man, they both groups come out the Green Sahara, yo. They have variations in their genetics. I never said nothing about that. What I said was they different people, different groups, different clan, different tribe. It's a whole different civilization. They not the same civilization, yo. And Egypt is not the Nubian, and Nubian is not Egypt. That's all I said. You threw in scared to death, shaking in your boots, thinking they're gonna chase you out of West Africa. So I don't know what you was talking about.
All right, so all right.
Yeah, you was shaking in your boots. All right, they're gonna take the Egyptians away from us. Come on, yo.
And I still don't think, and I still don't agree that they were separate groups and they had separate cultures. I don't see that.
They got a whole different culture, yo, but you may not be able to tell the difference, but the experts can.
I said I don't see the difference. I'm not speaking for you or anybody else on the panel. I said I don't.
You're not speaking for the people of the past.
Yeah, you tripping.
Because I'm pretty sure they've been separated.
I said I don't see the cultural difference. I didn't say anybody else.
I'm not. One is a cattle culture, one is a farm. One is a cattle culture, one is a farming culture. That's the difference right there. Now,
all ancient African culture.
No, we talking about right now. No. We talking about on that now.
They had a cattle culture in ancient Kemet too.
Yeah, but bro.
They did.
Farming community, bro. We're not doing this. This is what we're not doing. So the leather goods. Listen, the leather goods and products, the leather shoes, the leather goods.
Yes.
Come from Nubia. Why? Because they got the majority of the cattle. The cattle
did the gold
supplier.
Yes, a lot of gold came from Nubia.
It's a cattle culture, bro.
All right.
The Egyptians, their subsistence comes from farming. Now, cattle culture extended from Nubia all the way up north, the most ancient cattle culture. I understand all this. But at the end of the day, the thing that made Egypt successful at the end of the day was farming, right? The burial sites in Nubia show you the king dying with his cattle and the heads, and it's different culture, bro.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm not agreeing with that.
Nothing wrong with Africans having a variation of culture, bro. We not be scared. We just know the truth. Yes, they do have cattle in Nubia, but not like
the Kemet and Nubia and Kush are essentially the same culture. There's no major cultural difference for this one.
It is, yo. It's a big difference, yo. It's hard for us to see it. There is, yo.
I don't think so, bro.
Okay, watch this. I'm gonna chase you out. Watch this. Did the Egyptians kill subjects when their kings died?
Did they what?
When the pharaoh died, how many people did he take with him?
There's no primary evidence of any retained sacrifice.
All right, then I just killed you. Why you didn't kill you like that? Because the Nubians kept doing it. That's when their king died, they buried the people with him. The subjects right with him. That's the I ain't refused.
Why would the Egyptians colonize the Nubians if they were the same people? What you colonizing?
Hold on, don't get off that point.
You said something. I said,
we don't get off that point.
That shows that.
No. Here's my point. I just showed you the difference. You just admitted that the Egyptians didn't do it. I'm saying
no.
Them damn Nilotics kept doing it. That's their tradition. And as a matter of fact, if you want to argue that the chiefdomship, right, comes from Nubia, then they would have had to do it early in the Egyptian history. Because if the crown, sacrificial chieftains, detailed in this book, which I know you don't read, is detailed in this book that the sacrificial chiefdom comes from Nubia, Nilotic people, right, of burying the subjects when the chief died. So if you're saying that the kingship comes from Nubia, then you better know that them early dynasties were doing the same thing. You don't agree with that. Which
you didn't hear me say the kingship comes from Nubia. I didn't say that to you.
It do though.
But I didn't say that to you. Don't misquote.
Oh, you didn't. But what I was saying, you said they was the same. I said they different. You say no, they not. And I say, well, does the Pharaoh kill people when do they kill people with the Pharaoh? You
And
said
I said
no.
no.
I said, well, the Nubians do, so that's the difference then for you. I just proved the difference then. The way they handle their kingship is different, since you don't know the real history. How about that?
You do know they have a paper written talking about retainer sacrifice in ancient Kemet and Nubia, right?
I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear one paper.
They have a paper about that.
I don't want to hear no one paper.
And the paper's drawing conjecture.
So make your mind up. Yo, where the kingship come from? Make your mind up. Where's the kingship come from? Make your mind up now, bro.
Would have been considered a southerner. He came from the south.
Where do your kingship come from? Make your mind up.
South.
No. Does it come from Nubia? Yes or no?
The word Nubia is anachronistic. You could use the term if you want to. You could use the term if you want to.
That's a red herring that has nothing to do with the conversation.
You could use the term if you want to.
Can I use the word Egypt and be okay, bro? Can we talk?
You could use the term Nubian. It's
Can I use the word Egypt, yo? Is that okay?
It's academically acceptable to use the word Nubia, but I don't like the term because it's
why you bogging our conversation down on that? Okay. And when we know that Rising just made this shit up, yo. We know that, bro.
Okay, it's acceptable to say
that. I don't know the other Nubian. I don't know the other tribal names. There's different tribal names. I don't want to do all that for the audience.
Nahesi is one.
Oh, Jose, you're biting small balls.
Nahesi is one and Kush is another. Those are groups of people that they refer to.
Nahesi, all that to get to the point where back to the kingship, yo.
I agree that the kingship comes from the south. I have no beef for that.
No, forget the south. The south can be south in Egypt. Right, Upper Egypt or South in Nubia or North Nubia. Where? I'm saying it come from them chieftains down, and you don't want to call. That's what I'm saying. It come from not Egypt, but
Sudan.
Nigga. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Sudan.
That's what I'm saying.
Sudan and Ethiopia are.
That's what I'm saying, man.
To be the source of the culture. I don't have no beef for that.
No, I said the chieftainship.
Ancient Nubia is modern Sudan.
I quit.
You don't know that?
I'm done, bro.
Is modern Sudan.
I'm just done, bro. Like, y'all, you know what, yo? That's why people actually think that people that read the meta-net are actually idiots these days.
So ancient Nubia is not modern Sudan?
We having a crazy,
so ancient Nubian is not modern Sudan?
Have a coherent conversation, yo. I done showed everything I've talked about. I've told you so. Everything I've talked about, I've showed you sources, yo.
I agree with you.
No, you don't.
I do.
You just said they didn't do it. You just said the Egyptians, the early retainer sacrifices in the first dynasty didn't happen.
No.
So there you go. So then how do the kingship come from somewhere and they don't practice the kingship the same way they do it with the place we claim it came from? So it's not conjecture. If it either came from there or it didn't. And the rule of thumb is
the fact that ancient Egyptians practiced retainer sacrifice is conjecture. There's no proof that they did that. There's no proof of that.
I can't stand y'all, man. Y'all the most idiotic human beings.
There is no proof of that.
I can't take it, yo. The most. I mean, African Americans on the subject of Egypt is like a bunch of idiots, yo.
Yeah,
they lose reason.
You can say what you want.
There's no dumber group of people. You can't be this ignorant. Yep, you go through life.
There's no primary text to that.
There's no primary text to your stupidity.
Yo, do you realize? No, we're not cussing.
No cursing.
Yeah, I'm cussing.
No cursing.
Oh, you don't gotta cuss
because he wants to make it personal. You and I talk.
Don't curse, little man. Don't curse.
Don't cuss, bro. You don't gotta cuss.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Don't want to speak to him.
No, what are you gonna do? Keep making up history because you're lonely and a loser.
You want to talk?
I can talk to you all day.
Save that for somebody else.
You're just pathetic.
No.
Yes,
I don't respect you.
You have to respect me. No one respects you.
Be quiet. You're arrogant and you don't know what.
Yes, I am arrogant because I don't walk around making up lies about the past because my life sucks.
I don't give a shit what you have to say.
Hey, no cursing, little man. No cursing.
Well, put me off then if you got a problem with me cursing, then Brian. Put me off then.
Yeah, we'll put
me off then.
Yeah, you know, hey, yo, what you're not gonna do is mess up the channel and how the channel go out. So you can't see. You have other words. And
okay, I apologize, Mark, but I don't want to have a conversation with the brother. You and I.
Well, you cannot say you could. You read the title. It's a hit the button show, yo. Pseudo Killas and Ankh, yo. You can talk to me, right?
I apologize for cursing, but I don't wish to have a conversation with the brother.
Well, how you gonna just avoid? You can't avoid them. Got to be able to handle them.
Ankh, I'm talking to you. You and I have a conversation.
Okay, but I'm sitting here trying to. I'm
But you don't need a cheerleader.
Not cheerleader, bro. He's not cheerleader. He's adding to the discourse like everybody else.
Not for me. He's adding nothing for me.
All right, let me say this.
I don't really wish to have a conversation with the brother.
Let me say this, bro. Let me say this to you. I'm sitting here trying to help you understand where it is said that the kingship come from. Right?
I don't have,
and then you cut me off. No do you think that's a good conversation? In the middle of me saying it, you say I don't have. Really, yo?
I apologize, but I agree with you.
You can't agree with me. You can't agree with me because you can't say it, and then when I show you the gruesomeness, I ain't gonna say gruesomeness. I'm just gonna say that's part of the kingship. You can't deny it, and then say it come from there.
It does come from the south.
So then how do it come from there? And if it come from there, then there's things you might not like about it, but it still come from there. And I'm saying the Egyptians formed it and changed it from that and went their merry way. But the origin of it is in that. Where you sacrifice.
I don't have a beef with you saying that.
You do. You say the Egyptians never did it. You said
it's a perfectly valid point.
If the Egyptians never did it, then where the hell they get their kingship from? Because the oldest kingship anywhere, watch this, where you bury subjects with the king when they die. They do it in China. They did it in China. They did it in Native American tradition.
I am disagreeing that the practice in ancient Kemet.
This is crazy.
When you get a chance, can you share my screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you screen. Yeah. I ain't gonna let you get me like that, bro. You don't got nothing up on the shade. The reason you don't agree with me is because
you don't read.
You don't read.
I don't agree with retaining sacrifice. That's what I'm telling you.
That's what it is. You don't read.
I don't agree with that. I read a paper on retaining sacrifice, and it had no primary sources in it.
All right, man.
But you don't provide any sources yourself, so how are you going to complain about not having sources?
There was no primary source in the paper.
So you're saying it's got the fake? So you're saying they basically got the fake bird graves. The graves is fake. They got the graves there.
I'm saying
they mimicking the
paper.
No, just say no. Just say they mimicking it.
Drawing a conclusion.
No, just say they mimicking it.
Suffocated. But there's no primary text that backs up this.
So you do agree that the bodies is buried, though? You do agree to that?
They have bodies there that they believe
they died at the same time.
You know what? So
listen, I'm saying they're not convincing me based on that flimsy evidence. As simple as that.
You know what? So while his argument, focus. Let's focus.
There's no.
Let's focus on his argument for a while. He expects you to go somewhere on the Egyptian wall and say, when King lived for 5 years, bury 7 people. If King lived for 12 years, we killed 12 people. This is what he's talking about. There's no primary text. But you know, when you go and you do an archaeological find and you go and you dig and you find these actual remains and it lines up with the material culture, that's how you can make and reach to these conclusions. You do not need to go and look and say, it's right, it's written right there. It's written right there. So again, let me finish. You don't need to cut me off. Bro, stop being so sensitive. You don't need to cut me off. You keep repeating the same thing over and over, and you're clueless. At this point, just be quiet. Let me finish my... So again, because of your ignorance, your utter ignorance, your inability to have an academic conversation. If you think, why are you cutting me off, bro?
There's no primary evidence.
There's no primary evidence. There's no primary evidence. If that's how you feel, get off the panel, and then you're not mature enough to have this conversation. Stop behaving like a little child with inferior intellect. This is why you get spoken the way you be too, because you're behaving like a clueless little child, repeating the same mantra over and over as if you're going to convince anybody here of your utter stupidity.
All right, he's gone. What's on the screen?
Hey, I just wanted to kind of clear up a little bit of what happened with the conversation before, calling Nubians Hyksos. It's honestly not some of the earliest attestations for Nubians to be considered Heka. And this is just a chart. I was looking for this for like 20 damn minutes. And we have, it just runs through the list of the inscriptions, your associated groups, and you see all Nubian, and then Levantine, general. And so, yeah, so some of the earliest attestations of this term Heka is referring to Nubian groups. I just want to just add on.
Duly noted. Duly noted. We got it. It's crazy. We in this motherfucker fighting for no reason. I'm sitting here trying to show the connection between Nubia and Egypt, and he's sitting there denying the connection. That's got to be the most idiotic thing known to mankind. It's these African Americans, man, that will actually deny you trying to give them a connection to help their argument out. Boy, no way, bro.
That's because, what up with it? That's because they're trapped in racism. They're trapped in classical antiquity and racist thinking that they're trying to force into that time frame. They have adopted Egyptology so much that they can't get out of their own way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they doing too much, man. I don't even understand the fight. I'm trying
to need to be written on the wall. Kill 5 people when King lived 4 years. So because it's not a you know, part of your culture, you don't write these things down. Culture isn't written down. It's lived, it's experienced. So these are just things that are within the culture. You don't expect them to find that written down somewhere. Well, King Jaffe was going, he took 72 virgins with him. What do you expect to find? These arguments are infantile. There's no primary text for culture. You expect to find a legend somewhere? Oh, man.
I tried to give you an example of in China where they have the buried statues.
Mm-hmm.
When the king died, when the emperor died, the Roman Empire, they got the Wasatis and all that. That's replacing the real people that used to die in the most ancient times in those cultures. Yo, I'm trying to tell him something slick and he ain't listening to me, yo.
Yes, sir.
I hate that, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's a taboo. That was one of them taboos where you kill people. It's crazy as hell.
And you know that it's part of human nature. It was practiced by separate cultures independently all over the world.
Try to tell him. Argue me down. But that's how you know that's where the oldest royalty is. In that taboo. Ain't my fault you can't read. It's right here in the book. I'm trying to find it. That ain't my fault. I told you, they don't read, yo.
They look at it as negative, so they avoid it. But
it's not
negative. It just expresses how, weird these and awesome at the same time these cultures are.
Yeah, but if we don't consider that to be weird, we consider that to be how they did their culture.
Yeah, that's what
they think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fault. My fault, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to switch over. My fault, Said. Go ahead.
I said, they figured out that was inefficient for themselves.
Yeah, after a minute, you just start being funny. Like, ho, bro, what you think you're doing? Somebody's mother was like, hell no, this king was a nut. I'm not dying for him. You know how I go.
Yeah. It just takes one radical.
You say, we ain't doing that. That's a bit much there, bro. Yeah. Anyway, man, hit the Cash App. Show some love, man. And yeah, we're in the middle of the taboo. We got to prove. You can go to archaeological site. You can go to the early the first dynasties, yo, where you can see the extra burials they have. Yeah, it's crazy, yo.
Yeah, you can kind of tell because they kept burying like the animals and stuff. They just stopped it with the humans.
Right. And the Nubians carried on. Right. You got to go. Yeah, they were serious about their kingship. Yeah, that ain't no fight. That ain't no trying to find it. God damn, yo. If Gullah was on here, he know the page is on, yo.
What you looking for?
Huh? I mean, the Civilizations of Africa. Christopher Eric, what page they talk about the sacrificial chieftains?
Yeah, we went through that. We read that page for page. That's a while back.
Yeah. This is horrible, man. Magi punt. That's a good lands, estates, and towns in Nubia and Egypt, source political growth. Yeah, but they still separate kingdoms, though, bro. You can't make them mix them up together like that. Don't make no sense, yo. I would never do that. Get them people African agency or let them have their own culture. Mm-hmm. It's okay, bro. It's obvious. They living on the same river, yo. They're gonna have a biological connection, yo. It's no barrier there. It's not you only gotta talk about that. Fake people get you faked out on that. Yeah, but whoever they was in that now, they're not West and Central Africans. That should not even be in the conversation. And no matter what their skin complexion was, that still wouldn't make them West and Central Africans.
I think that's at the heart of this whole debate. They need to be black for somehow for us in West Central Africans to have a connection with them. That connection isn't there.
Let me see. Sacral Chiefs. It says unification, page 139. Unification of Egypt in the late millennium completed the social and political transformation of the country. The Sacral Chiefs of the Middle Nile Basin culture area became the divine kings of Egypt. See? Who as late as the start of the third dynasty still required human beings to be sent along with them into the afterlife. As part of the same historical drama and unification, the separate local deities of Egypt's pre-dynastic Eurasian religion were co-opted into new religious synthesis. They became gods in the newly pantheistic religion and religious unification of the country. The parallels is political unification that gave the people of the formerly independent small polities of Egypt an identical stake in a new state. The point I want to make here is the sacrificial chiefs of the Middle Nile Basin area became divine kings of Egypt, who as late as the start of the third dynasty still required human beings to be sent along with them into the afterlife. Yo, why we got to fight this like this, yo? What's the point? What the hell are we doing? Why ain't nobody else bringing up the source? The source I'm using is Christopher Eric's work. And I wish some comment find it so I can put it up on the screen. But here it goes. It's highlighted, yo.
Peace. Can I be heard?
Yes, you can.
Yes. So if I'm not mistaken, in my studies, I believe I know there was three possibilities or reasons for mass burial like that. One, it was culture, and at times when the like you said, king passed his subjects, it was an honor to be buried with the king. And then at other times when other kings took over and they slaughtered the old king, the I guess you could say the loyalty of those individuals that served that old king, they got dealt with too, and they buried them all at the same time.
Okay.
And, the last one was let's see, the murder, killing, and then the honor, and then and then it was like done without. It wasn't by honor. They just you was a subject, you going, and it wasn't like they wanted to go, but they ended up going.
We don't want to go.
but if I can remember, it wasn't done that often.
Crazy.
Nah, they started phasing it out though.
Yeah.
Are we excusing murder right now?
No, I'm not gonna call it murder, bro. It's not considered murder.
I kind of call it.
You get it? You get it, right?
Yeah, sacrifice.
Yeah. We can't. It's like the Vikings when they went to war. People sacrificed themselves.
I wish
they went to war.
I wish we as African Americans could treat each other with a little more, I don't know, respect.
It's the conversation, yo. That get us. They get to eat. The Black Egypt destroy friendships, bro. We seen it right here on YouTube, bro. It just is what it is, yo. Everybody think they know what the hell they talking about. And, you know, we're willing to say the hell with the friendship. Yeah, it get like that, yo.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you're going to be a friend, you still going to be a friend. You know, we had the same arguments. I mean, it is what it is, yo. But I know I'm not going to sit up here and be your friend just to get along with you. I don't need friends like that. And then based off our level of our argument, then we bring it in, we line on each other. Like, who do that? I mean, you lose the conversation. At least me and you know you feel like you losing because now you bringing up personal shit that ain't even true. So, I mean, look, dog, I don't even need friends like that anyway. Yeah, they all fall down, bro. Everybody the expert. I ain't never trying to hear that. And I don't gotta be right about nothing, but I ain't trying to hear that. Not even a little bit, dog. Yeah, this conversation right here, yo, bring the enemy out. Yeah, because everybody playing Egyptian and everybody think they got something and everybody think they doing this and doing that. And that's what it is, yo. What I say? Page 139. I think I found the copy of it. Yep. So, you know what I mean? We still here, ain't you, Shazmo? How long I known you?
For a minute.
All right, then. We made it through the Black Geese. That means we must have been friends, huh? For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. One based off of who the hero.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hell, it's based off some love, trying to make sure we don't do each other wrong no matter what, yo. You know what I mean? Shoot. We ain't perfect, yo. Nope. But that's a good book and that's a good read. I thought it was a copy on. No, they don't even got a copy on Kindle. What? $2,703. $71. Man, that book done went up. Oh my goodness. Y'all ain't got that book, y'all in trouble. That book done got high on us. Hardback. Let me see. Why would they make that?
Better try to find that PDF.
I get that. Got the paperback. All right, the paperback, $71. I see one for 20. Buy a new for 27. I see that. All right. Boy. Hey. Oh man, let me get off that. Hey Mel, you must ain't find it, huh? Where Mel at? Mel gone.
Yeah, I got it. You need it?
Yeah, go on page 139.
All right, hold on.
And if y'all in the server, yo, put it in there so the bros can read it in the server, yo.
Yeah, give me a second.
So what was the consensus of, you said the kingship, but where did the crown, well, there were several crowns, but where did the Kemetic, quote unquote, or Egyptian, quote unquote,
White.
they
found in Aswan. They found one older in Aswan now.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, it was written on the wall, on the cave walls too, right?
I ain't gonna go with that one.
Why not?
Hard, because that's hard.
Or on a rock.
You know, I got the actual book. Hold on. No, yeah. Down in that area, yeah, I got that too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
And then the Cousteau burner. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about as far as. Hold on, yo. Let me see if I can find that for you and show everybody. Damn it.
You can pull it up on 00.
On that website?
Yeah.
Shoot.
You said 132?
No. Page 139. Page 139. Notes. Where my notes at? Early royal possession. Representation. All right, I got it right here. Let me send it. Let me show y'all why he looking for that.
I got it up. Just share it.
All right, let me share it. All right, there you go. Well, that's Cousteau Kingdom. A diverging paths of history. Yeah, it should be in that last paragraph. The last paragraph. The unification. There you go. Up, scroll, keep right there. All right, y'all see it? It said unification of Egypt in the late fourth millennium completed the social and political transformation of the country. The sacral chiefs of the Middle Nile Basin culture area, it said became the divine kings of Egypt, who as late as the start of the third dynasty still required human beings to be sent along with them into the afterlife. There you go. Appreciate that. Y'all get that, read that in the server.
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't make that up. Go argue with Christopher Earp and all y'all Egyptian fans. I'm gonna start calling them Egyptian fans. Use Christopher Earp to support the conversation. That's from Jabari on down. So now you want to throw something away because you don't understand, like, because your brain can't fathom that Africans sacrifice each other. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's their culture. That's one of the things we use to verify the conversation. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? Lucky I can't find it. I'm trying to send it to my email. Man.
What you looking for?
I got it. The rock wall that Shesmu was talking about. We talked about this years ago. Let me see. Damn it. All right. All right. Think I should be able to go here. What's up, Grant? Where you at? Got something to add?
Yeah,
chase him up out of there, yo. He was mad. I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, I think it's cool to have a particular vantage point, and I think even if he believes it, I think there's a point in which it's more rational to say this is what I think, and here's where the evidence, even if the evidence is scant. And I think he even went far enough to even present what you thought was the argument, or at least the book where he more than likely got the argument.
Right.
And I think him not even then saying, well, he hadn't read that book, and then we can't find any other piece of evidence to support his claim. I think at some point you just have to realize you may be barking up the wrong tree. And I think that's where this young man is located currently. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know why he would fight that.
He fighting because he don't have nothing to fight with. He have no sources when he come up here. Just be talking.
He said it was a paper.
Yeah, but if you have a paper, I think you should that should be at the tip. I mean, if you have an argument, correct, especially an argument that you're that passionate about, I think you should have it at your fingertips, correct? I mean, I think that's the point. I mean, it shouldn't be something that is somewhat in the ether that you're just sort of pulling from. It should be something you can readily reference and share with other people.
He has an argument which I've heard other Black Egypt proponents use. They don't have a primary text, so they expect for certain cultural practices that there must be an agenda, right? So they're on the walls. There must be a legend somewhere with the quantitative account for these cultural practices. Now, when you look at practices within culture, they're just things you do. They're not written down. It's not a recipe. So that is a flawed argument. So he doesn't have a source. His counter to that proposal is the archaeologists don't know what they're doing. They're speculating. That's not true because there is no primary source. So there is no written text. There's no text you can go. So this argument that they use resides and lives within the same argument, but you can't read the text.
Yeah,
that is the whole foundation. Yeah.
I purposefully didn't learn it. Here we go. Here go my source. I've been using this for years. I tell you, I can out Egyptian all of them. Right here, the earliest representation of the royal power in Egypt, a rock drawing at Nang el Hamdulab in Aswan. Is my source. Y'all see the map right there, right? Boom. All right. All right. That's the royal possession, right? This is in Aswan. Here you go, right here. They found this in a person's house, right? So y'all see the crown, y'all see the mace head, right? But I want y'all to look at this right here. This is it. See that animal right there? It's a dog. All right. Y'all know the Nubians had dogs, right? I know that the Egyptians frequent cats, right? All right. But that's a dog right there. Now, I heard an archaeologist talk about that these damn dogs, they was all the same, so these Nubians was breeding dogs. I got to think about the archaeologists that talked about that. But I think it's important for y'all to actually see that, and I ain't stretching it, that's on the wall right there, yo. All right.
Hey, don't forget that in ancient Egypt during the Nakata period, they had dogs too, but those dogs are different.
Okay. All right. Nakata, that's early period. All right. Then they show you the details of the earliest representation of royal power in Egypt. All right. Y'all familiar with this right here? Of course y'all are. But here, this is down in Aswan, though. Right here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you see the height of the king a little bit bigger than the rest of the figures, too. That's important because that's how you tell somebody of importance. All right. They actually got the measurements right here. You can find it at the Oriental Institute. All right. And this paper just showing the site. Yeah, I don't know why y'all let me out Egyptian, y'all. They don't want to debate me. Because at the end of the day, I'm helping them. Right until they cross over the line and mess it up. Earliest representation of royal power in Egypt. Another site there. All right, the boats. Here you go. Y'all heard about Marian Gatto. That's on some walls right there. Let me see Chicago. All right. It's all right there. Yo, read that. Easy read. Nice big words for you. Easy read. You don't gotta be tripping. We don't gotta be fighting. We just read, yo, and see who can read, see who can comprehend what the hell they reading. Yeah. Don't make me get them papers. Matter of fact, we contacted an Egyptologist, and she was supposed to slide on through about the retaining sacrifices. Because when it really got down to it, she was the only one that actually wrote a serious paper on it. All right. But she said her husband or something was sick at the time or something like that. So y'all lucky. Because I remember that condo. Made me pull a show up. Start grabbing them sources on y'all. Because we talk through our sources. Y'all talk through the TLA, which is the most ridiculous thing of it. And matter of fact, y'all misused the TLA. How about that? Remember, because we asked the expert, it was like, nah, that ain't how you supposed to use that. So y'all made up a whole, African Americans literally made up a whole new way to use the TLA. Amazing. We are very crafty and our ingenuity is spectacular.
What was that lady name that you were talking about?
Huh?
What was the lady name that you was talking about?
I can't think of a name. You see the serious one. She the only one that really she went. Right? She went and seen
she got a publication?
Yeah, she went and seen it. Yeah, yo, she wrote, yeah. She was like, nah, yo. Yeah, yo. She was like, man. Yep.
Hold on, let me see if this is it.
They all know who I'm talking about. Shazmoo. You know who we talking about, Shazmoo.
There's so many female archaeologists, Egyptologists out there. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, I'm not sure which one you're specifically talking about. But one thing I do, just to generalize and put every person that dabbled or try to be scholarly with the Nile Valley culture, to say that because they learned the TLA or they learned the meta nature or they read the text or
no, not Deborah Juju.
but
I
they
beat him up with Deborah the other day. Go ahead.
but many of them use the Diopian way of understanding the culture with archaeology, like Cedric said, but Cedric want to beat up people and say if it's not on the walls and this and that, if it didn't King's List and they didn't say this and that. But no, many of them you use, archaeology, the culture, the literature, understanding the language and what is inside of the language, what is inside of the culture, and the traditions. To try to figure out, because we all at the end of the day, we trying to understand. Because it is an ancient culture, and I think that's what we do around the globe is try to understand what these cultures were like from the beginning and how they evolved. But
so what's the Diopian way though? Because I know the Diopian way. I know when they're scamming us with it too.
Interscholastic, using many forms of information.
Interdisciplinary, yep.
Yeah.
That's what we doing.
Right.
Yep. I just use anthropod. I just use rock art. I just use text, right? Writing on the subject. Yeah, come on, yo. That's the Diopian way. Not carrying ideas forward that has been filtered out, that didn't make it through. That's fine too. That's important. But we ain't gonna carry the run. That wouldn't be the Diopian way. Don't make me get the statement when he says that my work will get challenged, and that's the thing that's supposed to happen. Yeah, I just can't find it. Yeah, supposed to challenge the work.
Absolutely, and we also supposed to stand on the shoulders and try to grow the work in the correct way, like follow Banga or even what's a SARS?
No, that's something different. SARS doing something different.
When it deals with linguistics,
yeah, he's scamming. He ain't doing the work. He's scamming.
Start with an M. I'm talking about
that's called scamming.
Africa.
Big time.
What?
Emboli.
That's called scamming. They ain't stand. You can't stand on the shoulders. Just something that don't got that ain't grounded.
So you saying Emboli is scamming?
Yeah, he an electrician. He playing. Yeah, he ain't even in the field to overturn Afro-Asiatic. He ain't even in the field. He overturned Afro, and then Assad don't even agree with him no more.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you ain't know he switched up on y'all.
That's the difference between Philly and Baltimore, I guess.
Yeah, I saw dude, yo. I don't agree with that no more. And Mickey, it's true, yo. He don't agree with them both. You forgot.
I don't know. I didn't hear that part.
Hold on, I'm talking to Mika. Mika always got something slick to say out of her mouth, right? And the reality is, yo, she don't follow well because Assad agreed with quote unquote Emboli. Not Emboli. He agreed with Bill Banger. We know he did because he tried to sneak an article in Wikipedia and they caught him and beat him half to death in there. I don't gotta pull it up. I don't gotta pull it up. Now, then he stopped agreeing with my man right here, Theophile Banger. Then he agreed with Emboli, right? And then we figured out Emboli was an electrician. He wasn't an expert in the field. So that means if you're not an expert in the field, then you can't even challenge the field. Your work got to get into academia. Then we realized that he didn't even read the whole book that was always in French, play the whole game. Then we realized he don't even agree with Emboli no more. He was trying to play the long game and get into his own category that he formulated his whole self. He did all that. You can't be mad at me for seeing what I'm seeing. And just because you can't see it, Mika, that's on you, Mika. It's called pseudo-linguistics. And if Asahotep is right, He is one of the greatest minds ever to overthrow Afro-Asiatic. Do you know what that would mean? That would mean there's something that we don't understand about human migration. There's something that we don't understand about biological evolution. That would mean he would actually get the quote unquote. Watch this. What's that thing called? You get in science, you get the what's it called?
Nobel.
He
Not the
would
Nobel.
he would get the Nobel Prize in language, y'all.
Overturn
Who else you believe that the greater Sahotep deserved the Nobel Prize? And so that's, do y'all hear what I'm saying? I ain't made this up. Y'all can look it up. That don't make me crazy. That don't make me bashing the person. That just means I'm just saying what it is, yo. And if y'all think that's hate, then go ahead. Go ahead and do what you do, yo. Because that's real. If he overthrow, look, we got it. Up, big up to Sirius B. big up to the big up the melanin. Yeah, right here, yo. It's called African Languages and Introduction. There you go. He ain't overthrowing this, yo. They already did the work. A melanin that already beat him. Come on, yo. Y'all cannot run around here and think that Brother Ankh overthrew evolution and the Sahotep overthrew Afro-Asiatic. That's two ridiculous things. If I told y'all that I overthrew Charles Darwin, y'all would cuss me out, yo. Y'all would give it, oh, you lost your mind. But how come he lost his mind? Think about that for a minute. Y'all ain't even thought about that. I ain't talking bad about him. I'm just saying he wrong. So if I overthrew Charles Darwin from YouTube and some side classes in biology, y'all gonna go for it? But yet he can overthrow a whole language family. You know what? I just think y'all vulnerable, right? I think y'all don't understand. I think that y'all think I'm saying Assad's a bad person. He's not. You know what I mean? Me and Assad did a lot of good work together. I appreciate, but I don't appreciate the whole other thing he do. I don't appreciate that part. I cannot appreciate everything. If you can't verify it, Doug, you can't verify it. And guess what he never do? See, the difference between me and him and a lot of the rest of them is when I bring an expert on, I ask him the exact thing that I've been telling y'all. Dr. Aiden, Samantha Cater, Dr. Scott, everything that I say to y'all, I try my hand. Think about it.
Easy to do. I ain't making nothing up. All I want to know is I'm saying it correctly. Is my synthesis accurate? Because I'm not making it up. I may be wrong, but I'm definitely not making it up. So I have no problem stating my position in front of an expert over and over again. Probably echoing what he wrote.
Right. I ain't making it up. That's okay. I don't even know what you said, Mika. I don't know what you think you thought.
Yeah, and
Robert, that ain't Robert Rand, is it? That ain't Robert, is it?
Yeah, it is.
No, that ain't Robert Clown, though, right? That's a different version, right? Juju, that ain't Robert Clown, is it? That ain't Robert Clown, is it? Robert Rand, he said, you what? Not a language family. What did he say, not a language family? Well, what's Afro-Asiatic than Robert Clown? What is it? What is it, yo? What are you talking to?
But I will say what Asar did kind of push us into is to really go deep into the Bantu connection and the Western Asia languages. So did appreciate that part though.
Do we understand the Bantu migration, the Bantu expansion?
Nope.
How it went, where it went? So how is it even remotely possible?
I don't know, man. I don't know why they do it.
It's
don't know how they
like
do it.
it is genetically
I
not
understand.
possible.
But I'm not sure.
Migratory, not possible. Time frames, time. When the Bantu expansion compared to the earliest Sumerian text, mind you, not writing, not spoken, text is almost is over 15,000 years separate. Like, what are you talking about? These are two distinct populations. And they don't. I'm sorry, no, not 15,000. Over 3,000 years separate. Right? Like, these cultures are completely distinct geography-wise, migratory-wise, genetic-wise. How do we propose a linguistic connection? How?
That's why I stopped listening, sir. I stopped listening a long time ago when he said that.
So, and Robert Rand, a simple AI overview on what you just said. Afro-Asiatic is not a language family, and we need to learn the difference between a phylum and a family. Check this out, sir. Yes, Afro-Asiatic is a major language family or phylum, and it's spelled P-H-Y-L-U-M, not I. P-H-Y-L-U-M. Comprising about 300 to 400 living languages. It is spoken by over 500 million people, primarily across North Africa, the Horn of Africa, the Sahel, and Southwest Asia. So it is a phylum and a family. Dumbass.
Yo, stop cussing. What's wrong with you, bro?
That's my bad.
What the hell's be going on with y'all, man?
That's what I be saying. People don't read. They just be reciting things they heard, but they don't read.
A simple read, just like AI the stuff, synthesize it and falsify your own position. Like, why would you regurgitate stuff that you do not know? Like, it makes no sense. And I don't need to be a linguist. I just need to study a little bit of human migration, study the Bantu expansion, understand that when we say Bantu, we're really using a very generalized term because there's a bunch of languages in that whole expansion because it covers such a vast area of West, Central, and Southern Africa. The Congo mountain basin there, that mountain region, they move around it because that area is so hard to navigate. Like, we can clearly see the Bantu expansion, know the time frame. Like, there is no way possible at all there is any connection to Sumerian. Why would anyone do this to the community? How do you help us move forward like that? I don't know anything about linguistics. I'm in this community. You're teaching. I'm offered the opportunity to learn, and that is the nonsense you put in front of people. I'm secure enough and lucky enough to be in a community where different disciplines come together, where you can simply say, how? Without looking at one linguistic word. How do you make that connection? And if you're that arrogant to bring that to the community, what do you think about the community? What do you think about the people around you? These are the questions I have. I would not dare to bring some nonsense to people I'm helping to educate, because they now have the tools to go and fact check me. Like, come on. And then we're the bad guys. How?
Because you're not being fair to their solipsistic view of the world. And in essence, they need to center they're trying to center their notion of blackness or whatever sort of they've concocted. So they have to back into their understanding, and then attempt to use a scholarly work. I mean, you can be a fan of Diop, correct? And I would just say most Egyptologists give him a considerable amount of credit for sort of shifting the way they thought about the region, and but they also critique the areas where he made some errors, and I think that's the way you want to do scholarly work. And it's important to keep those things in mind. And I also think no one is denying the fact that there is a pursuit of gaining an understanding and an identity for Black Americans or the Black diaspora, but it undermines
and white people too.
That
was the whole reason why they created Egyptology, so they was trying to see where they come from. They want to be connected to Egypt, which they were later.
Yeah. But again, and so even if you make this position, I would just say, following the example, the error by some Europeans, correct? It doesn't make it right, correct? In essence, recreating the error that we all know that the Europeans, or some of the Europeans, did. We all know that it was false. And in this particular case, just reimagining it and putting a blackface onto it doesn't help the case either. You cannot stop a lie by producing a new lie. You merely just undermine your truth. And I think that's what we need to understand.
Well, a well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time.
You can't. That's not how that works. In essence, that is not how that works. I mean, I think that works. I mean, with all due respect, that works at a barbershop, correct? Because it sounds like you're prophetic and you're putting out something that is wise. But I think the difference is when you're examining, when you're examining
like that.
No, I know. But when you're examining something, correct? And I think what you stated earlier about pursuing and understanding and contextualizing, part of that is making sure that you're putting as much information and trying to falsify your claims and making sure you're staying within a particular rubric. And I think that means not for you. I'm saying, generally speaking, removing the emotionality from it and removing that part of it, I think allows for us to have a much more sober understanding about that period in time without overwhooping it, correct? And I think that's the difference. So we don't have to mimic white Europeans' approach to it. We can actually approach it through the lens of analysis, correct? That will hopefully provide a more cogent truth.
But I think what they did do is try to fight fire with fire and try to stand on the best information that they could research and come up with. And as far as I'm concerned, in that UNESCO debate, Theophilo Banga and Sheikh Anta Diop handled that.
Yeah, you didn't read it. You should just read it. You didn't read it. You didn't read it.
In 2026, when science is a self-correcting tool, and a lot of the misinformation of the past has been dealt with or is being rectified, I don't think that we today need to engage in the activities of the likes of Dr. Ben and Sheikh Anta Diop. They laid the foundation. Now we just follow the rigor. Academia has embraced the work that they have put forward.
Yeah.
What is accurate has been incorporated. What has been dismissed has been dismissed. And the fact that science is a self-correcting tool, we do not need to try and reinvent the wheel without having all the prerequisites, right, to actually do so. We will always end up short. We will always come up wanting. We are not in a position on YouTube or not in the halls of academia to have access to actual data, to access digs, to have the preprints, etc. We haven't been trained to actually critically analyze the field work, etc. So as communicators, right, and wanting our community to be synthesized and understand this information, our job, right, would be to accurately transmit the data or the information that most don't want to do. We do this for fun. We're a bunch of nerds, but we need to take academia seriously, respect academia, and not go out on a whim and do our own thing. When we do that, we undermine academia, we undermine the process, and we're taking our community backwards instead of forwards. We're not in a space anymore where we get to make stuff up. That epistemic regime has shifted, and the work that our ancestors did put us in this position today. So we should not undermine their work, right? And if we want to actually add to academia, add to modern knowledge, there's a route to do that. Either you're in the field, getting the PhDs and doing the hard work, or you're over on this side being a communicator. But either way, it requires rigor, right? And coherence and adherence to the academic standards.
Absolutely, sir.
I agree with that. I couldn't write a paper or stand up against Diop, and I consider him a master scholar. So I don't even think I can find where he made a mistake, whether it's the hinterland.
With who?
Or Diop.
How about a bang?
I mostly studied. I know Abanga dealt with the languages a little bit.
Let me show you the scam. Here with the scam.
Studied Diop. I didn't really follow.
Y'all see the screen? Y'all see the screen? All right, here with the scam right here. Look, they playing. Look.
What?
First of all, Cambone is a wild guy, yo. Wow. According to Cambone, the sheer spatial-temporal depth and involved makes the notion that these terms were borrowed from one language family to another highly unlikely. Say the lexicon commonalities point to a common ancestral proto-language from which they are all descended. Now look, Cambone is a wild guy. Look, see that?
Yeah, Cambone definitely.
Click this on. Look, that's a saw book, yo. Listen, yo. We is not sitting around doing this. We is not sitting around doing this, yo.
Especially when it's been.
Who set that up like that?
Especially when it's been plagiarized and on Scribe. Why not Amazon? It's on Scribe, really?
We're not. I'm not sitting here getting tricked like this, yo. Y'all can sit around and get tricked.
Hey, all promotion is promotion, I guess.
Why would you promote it on Scribe? That's crazy.
Look, here you go. A saw book again. A saw book. What is going on, yo? What you doing?
I respect
Sit here and do this. We're not sitting here doing this. Y'all can sit here and do that. Y'all live if y'all want.
Hey, everywhere you see a 7 minutes of Sarah book. That's crazy.
No, I'm not. I don't know who wrote this. I'm not sitting here doing this, yo, because there's some serious red flags, yo.
That's why
it's a scammer, yo. It's a scammer.
Let me show you what the red flags are. Is it scholarly? Partly in appearance. Okay, it may use citations, dictionaries, and linguistic terminology. Is it peer-reviewed academic scholarship? No clear evidence for that. We talking about the SARS work. It's fringe, highly speculative, comparative linguistics. It becomes pseudo-linguistics if the book claimed to prove, all right, etymological relationships, many through sound like spiritual parallels and cherry-picking African words without regular sound laws. It's independent, man. It's an independent book. That's another red flag, right? It's not mainstream peer-reviewed, yo. We've been hanging out long enough for this shit to get in the mainstream. And I don't want to, and I could run my mouth, but I'm not. Because it could get that. The same way I was able to get into an academic daggone thing, he could do it. What's the problem, yo? How can I get into an academic, how can I write an academic paper, yo, and get it peer reviewed, yo? How me? Come on, yo. He could have did that. Y'all don't think he could have did that, yo? You don't think that I know a person that could do that for him? You don't think that? I just keep my mouth quiet, yo. Mika, you gonna make me do it. Keep running your mouth, Mika. You gonna make me do it. You gonna make me do it, Mika. And it's gonna be your fault.
Get in the chat.
It's gonna be your fault, Mika. You gonna make me do it, Mika. You gonna make me say what I ain't trying to say. Keep doing it, Mika. You gonna make me do it, Mika. Keep running your mouth. Keep saying I'm jealous. I got you. Now I can see you don't even like us all. Now I see you don't like us all. Now, yeah, I see you don't like them. You just trying to start something. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, my shit is academically peer reviewed. All right. Simple as that.
No cussing. No cussing.
I ain't cuss.
You said academic, which is a cuss word to some people.
No. You said
right.
Yeah, no cuss. Right. No cuss.
Hey, yo, we sitting here arguing over some Negro Egyptian, the Black Egyptian. Come on, yo, that's wild right there itself. Black Egyptian. How wild is this, yo? Black Egyptian, yo, the word is wild itself. Negro Egyptian. Come on, man.
Paleo African, yo?
Paleo African. I don't know what the hell that is, yo.
Paleo African? What Paleo African?
I don't know, bro.
Explain to me what Paleo African is.
I don't know. We can see what the computer say. What does the computer say?
What?
Those two words is kind of.
Hold up. There's a Negro language, y'all.
That's Cambone and them. They some wild guys. You ever heard Cambone talk? Yo, the whole world is black. Yo, he be tripping.
That there's no such thing as a Paleo African language, yo.
What is a Negro? What is the Negro
Man, I
language?
don't know. I don't know, yo.
I'm still trying to figure out.
They're using that ancient word like the Negroid. That's short for Negroid language.
What is the Negroid language then? Explain.
Again, that old scientific term which needs to continue to be thrown in garbage.
I don't care what it references. Who it
references.
Language. What language is it?
Languages out of Africa. You know that. Come on.
This is stupid.
So it says, when you put that in there, it says, why the scholars are skeptical. It says the issue is the method, not whether Egyptian is African. See, I don't understand that, right? We already admit is African. It say to prove language family, scholars need more words that sound like historical linguistics requires regular sound correspondence, coordinates, sets of grammar, comparisons, and reconstruction protoforms. Rankin's overview of the comparative method explains that the method reconstructs earlier stages of related languages through systematic comparisons, right? Philology, morphology, syntax, vocabulary, and meaning. Examples of weak method. Egyptian word X sounds like Yoruba word Y, and both have a spiritual meaning. That's what it's all do. Let me say it again. Egyptian word X sounds like Yoruba word Y, and both have spiritual meaning. If you ever read one of Saul's books, he always talk about the spiritual meanings and the spiritual thing. That's not enough, y'all. Stronger method would require Egyptian sound A, regular correspondence to Yoruba sound B, across many basic vocabulary items, consistent grammar patterns, and plausible reconstruction ancestry forms. This is why many Negro Egyptian arguments are treated as fringe. They often rely heavily on selected similarities instead of broader accepted sound laws. Come on, man. It's not mainstream accepted language qualification, yo. All right.
So what that means is you can't look at two different languages, look at the phonetics, and say, oh, well, this sounds similar to this without the cultural context. You haven't proved contact. You haven't proved shared aspects of culture. You're just looking at sounds, like morphemes, or you're looking at the text, like how they may spell a word in one language compared to how they may spell a word using the same characters in the other language, and they have two completely different meanings. But because you see what you see, you think it's a match. You just can't do that.
Yeah, and
all right, don't start us to have to start clicking and popping up in here.
No, I tell you what's funny though. The real problem with the Negro Egyptian, yo, right? It's not that it connects Egypt to Africa, y'all. Right? You know, ancient Egypt was African. The real problem is that the proposed language family.
Unc, you muted?
No, you can't hear me?
No, you ain't muted.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you think I'm saying the real problem is that the proposed language family, man, has not been accepted by the mainstream, yo. Historical linguists, yo. Simply because it has not demonstrated regular sound correspondence, man. All right. And it has not reconstructed proto-forms to the level that was required to be proven language family. That's it. Why the fight? You know what I mean? Why are you hating? Why am I hating?
Look, you ain't even got to go through all that. Proof, point of contact. If they're related, if they're sister tongues, proof, point of contact. Linguistics is not about people as far as how it's organized. The families are organized based on location. People in a certain location belong to a specific language family. So, proof, point of contact. I can prove point of contact with the French language here in America. We see that with creolization. I can prove that point of contact with the war. Prove point of contact. You ain't even got to go into the linguistics. Just prove point of contact.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, huh? So, I mean, I'm gonna play that debate me and Asar had since y'all playing. I'm gonna play that tomorrow when he talked about string theory. No, the Egyptians understood string theory.
Whenever I hear someone who clearly knows string theory talk about string theory.
They just understood string theory. I'm gonna play that for y'all while y'all playing. Y'all tripping. Now I got a whole week on the saw just for you, Mika. Yeah. Hey, Mika. Since you the topic of discussion, why it take so long, yo, to get mainstream to check that out, yo? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? See? Think about that for a minute, yo. Let that sink in your head, yo. It can get peer reviewed, yo. It can. Yeah. Now ask the question. Go asking the question and come back here and tell us what the answer is. Right. Man, that shit get, and he don't even know how to correct the shit because he ain't putting it to the mainstream because he already got the answer. Remember? He already got the answer. He already know it's right. Shit, come on, yo.
Speaking of string theory, what was the African that was writing about unified?
You mean I don't know, man. They just play around. They just frustrate me, yo. As intelligent as we are, bro.
Hey, Alex. I was gonna say real quick. There's a Bantu conference happening now. Every year, it's like they're on the 11th version. I remember when they were on their 5th. It's a Bantu 11 conference right now where they go into the research and new information surrounding Bantu languages. Why not present that to them? That's the proper place for it to go, and they'll look at your work. But he's not going to do that.
Robert Rand or Robert Clown, Afsar ain't never been able to make me a fool, bro. You come on, bro. Hey, stop it. You got Meloped, yo, all that, did all that. You tripping, Robert Clown, for the record. You the only one scared of what Asar saying out of his mouth. You the one don't got the comprehension to handle that conversation, not me. You ain't gonna flim me, bro. Trust me. All right? Go get a source to verify that has been critiqued by academia and not Cambone and them wild dudes. Knock it off. Now, or hit that link. You do it. You defend Asar's work since you so astute on what he's saying. Yeah, support that. Anyway, we 2.5 hours in. If I stay too long, I won't get up tomorrow and do that morning show. Woo-wee, don't want to do it. Any closing words? I'm gonna start with you, Grant, and get Ben Eaton and everybody else.
Yeah, great show, and wish everyone the best. I appreciate the time to come up here and share my thoughts. So, thanks, Ankh.
All right, Ben Eaton.
Hey, same, Ankh, man. I appreciate you just letting me on, brother. I appreciate everybody on the panel too. Hey, Grand, I forget what's your name, brother. Grand Archivist. Mel, hey man, appreciate what you put in the back chat. I just took all your stuff, so appreciate you, brother.
Yep. You're welcome.
All right, thanks, Ankh. I'm out of here.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Sabio.
Yeah, people need to catch up. I've been on a lot of things you've been saying for a long time. That's why in these conversations, a lot of the things that people say, it's like I may already know, or I may be ahead of, because I'm reading the arguments, the latest research, the latest talking points on some of these, and that's what people need to do. They need to stop just looking at me as somebody who doesn't read, who hasn't been reading, who's just a person that just joined panels just because I've been given information from day one. And I think people need to respect that a little bit more.
All right. I hear you get that off, yo. I don't look at you like that. I pull the source and say, we want to talk about that first. All right. I don't play with people's stuff, yo. Check page 92. That must be in this right here. Mel, what's on page 92?
We already went through it. That was like a while ago.
You read it? Oh,
yeah, we read it.
Nah. I thought that was on the one you the sacred killing.
Nah. That was the other book.
The sacred killing. Let's see how many pages we got. The good article right here. And what would that be talking about?
Yeah, I got the full one. I'm gonna put that's just
all right, archaeology of sacred sacrifice in the ancient Near East. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What were you saying?
That was just one article from I'm gonna put the whole collection in the Discord.
All right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, good show. Start getting Jose Hawass to provide sources. You come up here, you be putting books and articles, you be putting the work in. Let him pull up some sources or something before you make these bogus claims.
TLA. That's all you're gonna pull up the TLA.
TLA is enough. They're the primary.
On TLA itself to death.
All
right, Shez, move.
All right.
Parting words.
Oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you, bro.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that no disrespect to John Howard Clark, but I'm still bathing in black Kemet, not Black Egypt, but Black Kemet. So I'm gonna stay proud. And we out.
Oh man, you said you what? Anyway, I don't have a problem with people bathing in black Kemet, green Kemet, purple Kemet. Nope. I don't have a problem with people writing their own books. Nope. I don't have a problem with people expressing their own ideas, because I have. I have a problem when you fool the people around you and make it something that is not. That's my only problem. Say what it is. It's my work, right? It's not accepted by mainstream archaeology and mainstream scholarship, right? Hopefully one day it will be there. I'm trying to figure it out. And that's it. But don't come in here like you actually did what you didn't actually do. Don't teach it like that, yo. That's not fair, yo. I mean, that's playing a little bit, kind of doing it a little bit too much, man. Doing a little bit too much, man. I'm saying we don't need to do all that, yo. That's all I'm saying. I ain't tripping. Yep, I got love in my heart, yo, for all former Armor Raw squad members. But I ain't got no fear in my heart neither. It is what it is, man. I appreciate the brothers, man, for what they did and the work they added to the community. And it was time to fight, we fought, and that's it, right? I don't have a problem with assault, yo. Simple as that, yo. Y'all in the audience just hate. Y'all be hating. People do it all the time. They say, I don't agree with what you wrote. That's not academically sound. That's not academia. What am I going to say? I'm going to say you're right. I got an article that's published. You can't say it's not academically sound because it is. You can't say it ain't peer-reviewed because it was. Can't say it. At least I ain't lying about it and act like it's something it's not. See? At least I ain't saying it is peer-reviewed when it's not. See? There you go. That's the difference there, yo. So, you know, when I ain't got no hate for nobody, man. I don't, yo. Never have, man. Never will. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit the Cash App, going out the door. Show some love, man. I'm going to see y'all in the morning, man. I appreciate all the pseudo killers, yo. I specifically appreciate you, Juju. Got a lot of haters around and shorty. Never forget that, yo. All right? Never forget that the haters is live and running around. But you know what? I ain't mad. Nope. I tell y'all quick, though. Stop the damn cap, man. Make sure y'all support the pseudo killers, man. They doing their thing, man. Appreciate y'all sliding through to the Hit the Button show, man. But you know we realized tonight, though, right? That they're not reading and they can't read.
It's World War III out here. More like Vietnam. Young niggas don't make it. They gone. Take 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. I'm Baltimore. We kill the track. Swinging baseball bats. Now the business. We hunting pseudo. You know how that goes. Niggas double talk. Brains blow. Now the business. We hunting pseudo. You know how that goes. Niggas double talk. Brains blow. Now what about scams? And the lies is told. We know what pseudo do. They play expert. Fake doctor. In their mind, I'm killing pseudos. They run it. Now what about scams and lies told? We know what pseudo do. They play pro. I'm an intellectual gunfighter. I'm shooting for the knowledge. I got the stomach for it. Them niggas know it. And I'm not going for it. It's all euphoric. It's all euphoric. I'm an intellectual gunfighter. I'm shooting for the knowledge. I got the stomach for it. Now back to killing pseudo. We know how it goes. Niggas double talk. Niggas double talk. Brains blow. Now back to killing pseudo. We know how it goes. Niggas double talk. Niggas double talk. Brains blow. They talk fooliship. They shooting from their hip. I've been pulled out the blick. I'm quick, Michael Vick. My talk stay slick. I'm loud on the mic. Stay focused. For the people. They talk fooliship. They shooting from their hip. My talk stay slick. I'm loud on the mic. I'm loud on the mic. Stay focused. For the people. Back to the business. Clips full of knowledge. Shooting hollow tips. Ready, equipped. Shooting with aim. You shooting from their hip. Pseudo stay crashing. I'm the more action Jackson. I'm basking. Running in between the raindrops. Knowledge pop, pop, pop. We hunting pseudo. We hunting pseudo.
Man, we hunting pseudos all day, every day, man. Music be banging. The crowd be banging. We're on our A game. Appreciate the people coming through. Doing our thing at the levels we supposed to do. We ain't tripping. We ain't even getting mad no more, man. Ain't no need to, yo. We got the full package, man. We do. I wonder why stream y'all keep messing up stuff, man. You know, they be messing with the music, messing it up. Y'all know they be doing that, yo. You know, we load up a whole soundboard, man, and they mix the whole thing up, and I think they do it on purpose, man. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe to our channels, right? Make sure y'all support the Sad Talk. Make sure y'all support the Mad Talk. Make sure y'all support the Galaxy and Beyond, man. Got a lot of shows out there, man. Want to take a break away from the foolery and the misinformation? Make sure y'all support Dr. Oya Mayat's channel. She had a good one today. Y'all go over there and check that out. Make sure y'all slide in and let her know that the Pseudo Killas and the community of Skeptics, you know, send y'all over there, man. Make sure y'all wipe your feet off when y'all go over there, man. Be kind. Sister got my back all the way. We just want to make sure, man, that we not just standing around losing all the time, man. Sounding like we beat. Sound like our only recourse is to claim something that is not. No, man, we're intelligent, man. Remember? We've been put in a situation, man, and we know it's systemic. And we ain't forgetting about that. All right? We're not afraid to say what it is we need to say. We're not even afraid to lose friendships at the end of the day. We want to raise these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to raise the kids. We want to raise the kids right. We don't got no problem with that, yo. All right? So I'm going to make sure y'all understand that at the end of the day, yo, we stay killing pseudos. Right? And we love to smoke, yo. You know why we love to smoke? Because some niggas can't read, yo. And we know their comprehension is gone. Yeah, man.
Niggas couldn't read.
You know they can't read, baby.
Understand. Would have, as did, alongside him purely. Misreading paragraphs and sentence structures. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. While you playing, I was hustling. I've been retired cattle rustler. Mills off the muscle. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. While you playing, I was hustling. I've been retired cattle rustler. Mills off the muscle. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Reading comprehension causes tension. I'm top notch, you benching. Them niggas can't read, kill conversation. I'm sitting back embracing constant wins, y'all bitches glazing. Ignorance profound at the forefront conversation. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, building nothing. You vote Trump, hating, top debater, knowledge generator, Mount Olympus. We built this, them niggas can't read, gifted. Now I'm pissed, you did this. Shooting, you miss, can't hit this. Your 5th grade reading did this. Book reading, kill this. Now read this, what's up with the fakest? Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. Them niggas can't read. But what's the reason they chose greed over reason over intelligence? I've been relevant, believe me. Wyans can't read, feel penitentiary, but I stay free, stay slick on the John Wick shit, and I'm loud on the mic with that stem grip. Pseudo killing till the day I die. Don't know why. Most get high, but I stay fly. Never less than the guy. Rather stay sober than high. Keep the rocket from pockets. Check the document, been rocking it. Filled all requirements, wild environments. Still pull blicks, shooting that science shit. Them nigga can't read, die and breathe. They smoke, spray weed. They smoking trees, bend knees. It be what it be. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. They die to go to hell. Now free. It be what it be, never mattered to me. Always could read, your niggas can't read. yet they breed. Kids that can't read, fill the prisons, just up, cut, running around, doing stick-ups. I'm too quick, pull blicks, them hits, staying on that science shit. Them niggas can't read. Live in America, landing the free. I keep it on me. I pull blicks, slick, protection shit. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas get what they get. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas can't read. Them niggas get what they get. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit.
And y'all know what it is, man. Y'all listening to the Hit the Button show, man, with the Pseudo Killas, man, and me. We'll be back tomorrow morning, man. We're keeping quality content, man. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with that, we out.